Listen to this song from the moon, out of the big lakes that don't get so good. Superior, they said, your mom used up for dead, when the girls and all never got
Yo, welcome to SmallmouthCrush Live Monday, October 10th. Sound check, 1, 2. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. I think you can. We got a bunch of people in the chats already. I'm on location up here in beautiful upstate New York at the cabins, and I'm still in my fishing gear. It was a long day. It got real glass calm, and I had a hard time leaving the water today. So I'm still bundled up, looking like a, I don't know what I'm looking like. Oh, man, we lost one of our guests, Eric.
What happened?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We got a new intern, guys. We're going to be bringing him on shortly. If he pops back up.
Cheers.
There he is.
Congratulations. There he's coming. He's on.
And there he is. Scooter the intern.
Grand entrance. Scooter the intern. All right, well, what we're going to do on this show is something special.
We're looking for an intern. So I didn't know if you wanted to if you're interested, you know. It's pretty easy work.
This thing inside out. There is no doubt.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Captain
Welcome,
Scooter
Scooter.
Lily
It's
in the
been a
house.
while.
Yeah. Love it.
What's up? What's up? How y'all been doing? It's been a while.
Real good. Scooter, for those that don't know who Scooter is, people that are new, they're wondering, who is this dude down below talking, joining us this evening? Give us a little background. What are you up to? Where do you even live? What's going on in Scooter's world, man?
I live in Chalkawinity, North Carolina.
Nice.
And I am sitting in my office that's full of fishing gear and stuff I'm trying to hide. And I'm using some poor lighting, but it is by a leg lamp.
Fragile, man.
Yeah, fragile.
That's a major award, man.
It is, man. It was a major award.
Travis, do you know where that comes from? That show? That movie?
No.
You might be the only person in America that's never watched that. It plays 24 hours a day, Christmas Day every year.
You could put your eyeball out.
It's a Wonderful World?
Not It's a Wonderful Life. No, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. You don't remember that? You never seen that?
I have.
You never seen the kid stuck to the telephone pole with his tongue?
No. So I don't watch a lot of TV, guys.
You listen to other things on Christmas
More on
Day.
that later.
Well, listen, I know it's been a few weeks. It's old news. You guys won a bunch of you won a huge tournament. $30,000, bro.
Right back there, man.
It was a good hit. Yeah, it was a good hit.
It was a good hit.
I still haven't cashed that check. 32, actually, with the big fish and some side pot money.
It'd be nice to cash that one again. There ain't no doubt about it.
We won option pot and big fish award. Yeah, so we clean sweeped it. The whole shooting match.
So how was your season?
It was a blur.
How was your season up to this event, Scooter?
You want to go all the way back to the very beginning?
We still don't even know. Listen, all we know is Scooter came on. He says, "This is my office. I live in North Carolina," and that's all we know about Scooter at this point. Who is Scooter?
Well,
Who is Captain Scooter Live?
what I was going to say was, as Travis knows, I'm a guide. I'm a guide down here, and he's a guide up north. And when you start guiding, your tournament fishing doesn't become exactly first priority on the list. Although you've still got the fire inside and the passion for it, you don't get quite the time that you used to get to go do these things. So I would say mine and Eric's tournament season is usually a roller coaster. So it's like I show up and he shows up, and we just attack it as memories unfold. That's we're kind of practicing as we go through this tournaments. And sometimes it's spot on, and sometimes I'm calling it hero or zero style of fishing, because it's like we either knock it out of the park, or we're just shaking a lot of hands and congratulating people that have just whipped our butts. And that's how this year went. I mean, we started off with some unfortunate. I got some great sponsors, Angler's Choice and Lee Key at Greenville, two of my largest, and Triton Boats. But I mean, they have. Everybody knows that getting a boat this time of this year has been kind of tough, and because of products and demand. But we borrowed a boat here or there, and had some unfortunate scenes in the tournament fields with breakdowns and unexpected hoops that most people go through anyway if you fish enough tournaments. So it's not like it was just happening to us. It's happened to everybody at some point. So I mean, we did a lot of
a drain plug, did a NASCAR battery change out before tournament. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
We've had
during a tournament, actually.
During a tournament,
yeah, during a tournament.
So we've had some, just ups and downs, and we just keep plugging along. And about mid-season, we probably didn't fish but half the events this year that we normally fish. I'd say we might have fished 12 events this year. Maybe me and Eric. Maybe I haven't counted them, but it wasn't many more than that. And we won an Angler's Choice event in June on Kerr Lake. As soon as I got
your white whale.
Yeah, I hadn't won one. We finished in the top a lot. It's kind of tough fishing against those guys, and we're 2.5 hours away from them. But we went up there, and I had a great practice, and we weighed in 22 pounds. And finished in the money on the second day also. But that was a really good event.
Heck yeah, man.
And then capped it off back at Kerr just a couple weeks ago, and showed up cold and wound up hot. We were just shooting from the hip, won 32,000. So it was a good weekend.
What do you mean shooting from the hip? There was no practice?
Zero.
Hadn't been there in 30 days.
Yep.
Come on.
I ain't lying.
Truth.
Maybe 40 days. Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how Scooter got his name, right? He doesn't stay in one place very long. I counted it one time on a Kerr tournament. We definitely cashed a check, and I promise you, I got up and down out of that seat 85 times during the tournament day. Literally, at one point, he was taking the boat off plane. As the boat was doing this, he was up on the front deck pulling the trolling motor. The boat hadn't even settled. He had his rod in his hand. And he was chucking a crankbait at a very specific target. I think that tournament, he probably had 2 4-pounders back to back off one single thing down there. Not a brush pile, nothing that he planted, all natural, triangulated. Didn't look at it with a 360 live scope or nothing. It's all up there. He's got brain optics. What do you guys think of brain optics?
Sometimes it's unplugged, but I mean, sometimes I do have it.
Right. We're very rarely using electronics. Most of the time it's grinding it out. It's dirt daubing. It's shallow water power fishing. I might throw some finesse techniques in there left and right to fill a limit or get a key fish that we need. I mean, there was a moment during the tournament where we had 2 fish that weren't going to make it. We called them and dumped them. So now we don't have a limit. And Scooter goes, man, why don't you pull out that little finesse swim bait and catch me on my 5th fish? Actually, I caught the 4th and 5th and then the 6th because that was day 2. And it's crazy, man. I mean, in the championship, it did it twice, 3 times.
Day 1. That was day 1
for the 2.
Yeah, right. But the day 2, we were sitting on 4 fish, and we had one that it wasn't doing great. I mean, he wasn't dead or nothing, but he wasn't doing great. It was the smallest fish in the boat, so went ahead and bailed him.
Yep.
And got rid of him. And about 5 minutes later, I said, "Why don't you pick up one of your little tricks?" And I named off the swim bait he was throwing. And I said, "Go ahead and at least ease my mind and put the limit back in the boat." I swear, in 2 casts, that guy had the fish in the boat. I said, "All right, I'm good to go now. Let's go." So we took off and rolled.
Scooter and I do that a lot, man. There was this one time, I guess it was during the championship day one. I mean, we could use a 5-pounder, man, and a couple casts later, Scooter came up with a 5, man. And then with like 30 minutes left, Scooter was saying something about a 5-pounder, and he goes, "I never get this area by myself." And he was about to leave, and I made a back cast and just took a different angle on a big topwater bait, and boom, another
different angle. I was pulling off going 9 miles an hour with that Lowrance trolling motor away from it, and he throws back of the boat and goes, "I got one." And I couldn't tell if it was a big one or a little one because I was moving so fast the wrong way. The rod was bent over, and I was like, "Well, let me slam on brakes a minute." And I slammed on brakes and got us back going towards the fish. And
I'm like, net.
Yeah, with the extender net. And I'd be darned if he didn't have a 5-pounder. I said, "Okay, that'll do it. It's time to go to weigh in."
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
He done that. What we do is we usually just fuss.
Right.
We usually just holler out, "Everybody's catching them but us."
That was on Smith Mountain Lake. This is hysterical. So Scooter's cranking. He's cranking, and I'm throwing an A-rig. I'll just say it. And Scooter, literally, we're on a rocky point, and Scooter goes, "Everybody's catching them on this damn lake except for us, man." He goes, "I got him. Get the net." And so I net this like 3.5-pounder. I'm like, I go back to the back throwing this ball and chain A-rig that they were eating in practice, but stopped eating in the tournament.
It was a 5-pounder. Don't be giving me no 3.
Exactly. And then I'm like, "Scooter, well, at least you get to throw a crankbait." I'm back here throwing this damn A-rig ball and chain, and I go, "I got him. Get the net." It's like every time we start, I swear, it's hysterical,
it was crazy.
Man. It is crazy. I think in his head, he knows, like a couple times in the championship, he's like, on day 2, he goes, "Well, this is the last cast." And I think we already had a limit or close to it. And I go, "Last cast." I go, "I got him, Scooter."
So it will stay another few minutes.
Yeah. Another time was like, "I guess there's no fish on this flat," because he was sure there were. Yeah, there was one more. And I hooked one like next cast. It's crazy how that works out. But it's your brain, I think, telling you and your instinct that, we should be getting bit and we're not getting bit. And so that's why it happens, man. So we like to relive those moments, man. Yeah.
So walk me through the morning. Walk me through the night before. You guys are there. Where do you stay? You stay at a hotel? You ready to go?
All right. Well, I'm gonna start out with a story that really affected me all week. I had a really good friend and companion of mine that fished with me since he was 12 years old, and he was 20 years old and on the Bass Pack at NC State University, and he got into a one-car accident on the way with his dad to go fishing Sunday prior to this tournament, and didn't make it out of it. And that whole week, I mean, even now, it's hard for me to talk about it. I mean, he was a great kid. He had a bright future. He was winning tournaments. He was even beating me on my home water, and very proud of him. And it just hit me in the gut, and I wasn't there all week mentally. I was guiding. I had my obligations. And I went to say my goodbyes to him on Friday before the tournament. And we showed up at Kerr Lake. I don't know. I got there maybe 10:30 at night, something like that, 11 o'clock. We stay at a buddy of mine's trailer. The name is Flash Butts, believe it or not. And even I fish with Flash some. Flash and Scooter. So that sounds like a circus act when you show up. I mean, you got Flash Butts and Scooter Lily coming up on stage here, So I met old Flash, and I don't know. We stay at his place with Paul Kemp and Michael Kamutis, and we all jive. Me and Paul are business partners in a hunting operation called Carolina Woods and Water, and Michael and all of us. Michael's a hoot. He should have been a comedian.
He's like a modern day John Belushi, built like one, and as funny as John Belushi.
Man, he's a trip.
John Belushi Travis was on Saturday Night Live for years. If you don't know who he is, I know you don't watch a lot of TV.
No clue.
Okay.
All right.
But he's a sight, man. Yeah, that's right. He don't watch those movies. You know, we got a pair of sunshades and a carton of cigarettes. We're good. But you know, we got up the next morning and I had a game plan. I just knew I was going to do what I normally do on that lake. I fished that lake a lot, and we knew who we were going to have to beat. I mean, we knew there's certain guys that were going to be hammers there, and they were going to have them regardless of the conditions. And I mean, I do what we do. I mean, Eric kind of stays behind me with something different, and I'm power fishing up front, running the bank on trolling mud on high. And I don't know if I mentioned the little kid's name. The kid's name was a young man now. I call him a little kid. The young man his name was Kobe Jones.
Kobe with a K.
Kobe with a K. And Kobe, if you look back in my Instagram, but Kobe was in a lot of my photos over the years. Deer hunting, turkey hunting, catching stripers, largemouth. Largemouth was his favorite. He didn't care nothing about catching a striper. I nicknamed him the Cold Front Kid because every time that boy got on my boat, I don't care if it was in the summer, I don't care if it was a beautiful week in the winter, it was going to drop down in the 30s. It was going to be nasty. And that young boy would stay out there till dark with me for 5 bites, and he'd get them. He would fish hard, and he learned the hard way, which is, in my opinion, the best way. And if you can catch them in bad conditions, you can catch them when they're biting.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I was very proud of the boy, and bad things happen. Some of us just ain't meant to be here for a certain amount of time, and there's just certain reasons for it. Can't explain. But anyway, I had Colby on my mind all weekend, and his dad, and I'm a father too, and of 2, son and daughter. It was just weighing heavy. But I had Eric, who's always the uplifting one of the team, and you do know that. You know how everybody knows how Eric is. Look at him; he just smiling, big teeth, bright eyes, the whole 9 yards. You know,
Thanks, man.
And we just kind of pulled through, and we took it to the end. And I'd like to think that Colby was right there watching and helped out with it. He was there. He was part of it. I fished it the way I would have fished with him. Just fishing the moment, fishing the wind, fishing the conditions. Just running the lake hard, not giving up, not taking no for an answer, not looking for a lot of bites, just looking for a few good ones. And that's what we did for 2 days. Yep.
That's exactly right.
And that's what got us there. I mean, we weren't trying to catch 50 fish. We were trying to catch 5 or 6.
Yep.
And that's what got us there.
So the morning of takeoff, what were the conditions and what were your thoughts going in? Did you have a game plan? Like, you're like, this is what I'm doing?
Yeah, I mean, I did. I mean, it was 90 degrees all week long. And then that night, the morning of the tournament, it dropped down into the 40s, like upper 40s, which was our first cold front of the year. Water temperature was still, I'd say, high 70s.
Yep.
It was, we were having those nice nights, those fall nights, but we won't have anything cold. But I knew it probably won't going to affect them that much, and I was praying that the wind was going to blow, to be honest with you. When I'm not on much, and I haven't practiced for an event, I mean, my style of fishing, I always go to wherever the wind's blowing. I don't care where I'm at or what lake or river. I like a little. If there's current, that's different. But this was a lake. This was Kerr Lake, Kerr Reservoir up in Virginia, North Carolina. And anybody that's ever fished that, if you fished it much and done well, you need to fish in the wind. So there was very little wind on the lake that morning. But me and Eric had fished a tournament up there last year. About the same time, about the same conditions. I already knew we weren't going to get many bites. I think we got 5 keeper bites that day, and we were in second place out of 100-some teams. Yes, 100-some teams, no practice. Showed up and wound up in second after the first day. And, of course, we blew it just because we lost 3 fish. We didn't get the 6 bites the second day. So I've seen that. I've seen this thing, I can't tell you how many times in my boat.
Yeah.
So it's harder to get them that second day than it is that first day. But my problem last year was I tried to rerun the same stuff that I had fished the first day. So this year when we showed up, if any of it was working at all, I was going to make sure the last thing I did was fish where I caught them. If that makes any, I know
Whoa.
that don't make much sense,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's not in the fall. Fall tournaments down here, they're kind of tough. I mean,
They are.
it's not a lot of fish up shallow, even though there's a lot of fish all over the lake. They're in different places. They're out deep. They're suspended. They're up in the mud. There's some on
Yep.
rocks. There's some on lay downs. They're just
Yep.
kind of scattered. There's some chasing bait. And I'm always going after the ones that are less than 5 foot. And I just knew that I didn't think that those fish were going to replenish no matter what, even if we caught one. So we started out the first morning running top waters. And I think Eric started out with a swim bait that he always likes to throw. And we were going down the bank. I started out with a swim bait, and something didn't feel right, and I picked top water bait up, and I started working top water bait out there. And about the second point we pulled up on, I caught one. It was pretty quick. We were one of the last boats out that morning, so
Yep.
I just kind of stopped. I just kind of stopped somewhere where there was nobody around. And we just went from one point to the next right in a row because they were all similar. I mean, just small little spots. One of them might have a lay down on it. One of them might have a little pile of rock out there in about 3 foot of water. And certain things I've seen over the years, and they were sitting on these little specific targets on these points. They weren't everywhere, but when I caught one, I knew why, because I knew what was there. You know what I mean? I would fish everything, but then I would get to where I thought I was going to catch him, and more than often there'd be one there, or a small one, or a keeper. So the first hour we should have had a limit, wound up with 3, had a couple pull off, and I just took off running it. I just got my head and what I saw they were on. I just stayed on that stuff, and we wound up with a limit pretty quick after that, and about 11 o'clock, the wind picked up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went down some other shallow rocks, and these fish, and I'll go ahead and say it, these fish were in the dirt. I mean, they were, the problem with catching them was if you didn't throw shallow enough, you won't get them bite. I mean, it was like
Right.
where you didn't think there'd be one, that's where they were. That's where the bait needed to hit in order to catch him for some reason.
Yep.
If you threw it 3 foot from the bank, you may have missed your opportunity. But they were up in the dirt, and we went through a few places with the wind that was popping on it, and we had fished 100-yard stretch and nothing. And I was jumping now. Don't get me wrong. I was trolling motoring and picking up, putting down, and picking up, putting down. And we pulled up to one spot, and I had one annihilate my top water bait and completely miss it. And I said, I wonder why he missed it. And I threw right back, and I reckon that fish triggered a bigger fish to react, because I threw right back where I lost that maybe a 2-pounder and a 5-pounder eat it, and put him in the boat. That was the first good one we had on the first day. And it won't long after that, that gave me enough confidence just to keep. We probably didn't catch but like 7 or 8 fish at that point, and the day's almost over. And that's about the time we got rid of a fish that was that we needed to get rid of. So we got rid of him. Eric culled one out. Eric culled 2 out in the next 15 minutes that we need to get rid of.
Yep.
And I mean, it wasn't much of a cull. It was actually downgrades, but
yep.
The ruling on that Pacific tournament is you cannot cull a dead fish, but you can cull a fish, as long as he's alive. I mean, it's simple. If he's alive, he's alive.
So how big were they, you think?
The 2 we got rid of were probably in the 2 1/4,
2 1/2, 2 1/4, yeah.
2 1/4, yeah, something like that. They were nice fat fish, and I hadn't planned on getting rid of them really.
Mm-mm.
And then he wound up.
First of all, what did you think? What was your weight that you thought what was your goal, or what did you think you needed that day to be
anything in it? I thought that if we could do, I already knew it was going to take about 15 to 16 a day to win it. I mean, that's just what
every year, Travis, is like clockwork.
Yeah, it's 15, 16 pounds. There ain't nothing short of somebody catching a big bag, and going over the hill. But the chances of them catching them 2 days in a row are probably slim, just like they were for us.
Okay.
So I knew once we caught what we caught the first day, which was 1770 or 1780 or something, which is pushing 18 pounds. I knew when we did that if we could get into the teens the second day, that we would have a shot at it. And but I didn't know how big of a shot, and that's all we did. I think we had 1377 the second day.
Yep.
And I mean, I didn't even slack up. 2 reasons. I was the last boat out the first day, and I stopped on stuff that the whole field had pretty much drove by. So, you know, I didn't want to go out there however you finished the first day is how you started off the tournament the second day. So we were leading it, so we were naturally boat 1. So instead of just laying it all out there and letting whoever wants to ride by, and I'm not saying people ride by and look at what you're doing, but you know, just face it. It happens. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't watch. You know, when I'm running, I'm like, who's going where and what's going on. I mean, it would just be crazy if you didn't pay attention a little bit. It might help clue you in something somewhere. But so I just ran right on out the places I hadn't fished, taking a chance that we could catch a limit somewhere else early in the morning. And sure enough, I mean, I pulled up on it was rolling. That was 2.
Well, hold up. So I know you made that call, but Eric, how are you feeling about that?
The call. He didn't know what I was doing. I told him we were going to do
day 1 or 2.
Day 2.
Day 2.
I was feeling pretty damn good, man. Yeah, day 2 in the morning. You didn't
care that you weren't going to go back to an area, or you're just going to let it go. You had no issue.
No, we visited a few areas and it produced a fish. That was the last cast story. So Scooter calls last cast on an area we caught him before. We didn't catch any.
On the second morning, I told him on the way to the boat ramp what my plans were.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Man, that's fine with me." You know, so
I always trust him.
You know, but then he was like, "But you're going to go back to where we." I said, "Yeah." If things are just completely flopping, we'll. I had planned on turning around and going back anyway at some point, fishing some of it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I had it in my brain because you don't never know what you're going to do when you're going out here into not uncharted waters, but just you get ready to go to another part of the lake and try to reproduce it. So we ran out there, and first thing in the morning, I think the first spot we caught it was a barely squeaker on the first stop, and went to my second area. I think we got 3 pretty quick, and that was one of the spots I said, all right, apparently they're not on this shoal this morning because we were on a sandbar shoal, and I said, this is my last cast, and when it hit the water, I cranked the handle twice, and I said, get in the net. And we caught one on one of those stupid little phrases that we say to each other. And then he caught 2 while I was getting that one situated in a live well. They actually came up schooling almost on the bank in the white caps. It was white capping. I had to put it on spot lock to hold the boat. Yeah, it was white capping on this bank that we were throwing top waters on. Yeah.
So he put 1 in, I put 2 in. So now we got 3. Nothing huge, but it's a good start because we know we got to get at least 11 to 13 pounds to win this thing.
Yeah. So we had 3 or 4 in there for about 8 pounds, which was nice. It was better.
Got to start somewhere.
It was better than last year. It was better than last year's 3 fish limit that didn't win nothing.
You damn right.
So so we remember. You think about all that stuff that you did the years before to how you could have won it instead of lost it. And I mean, I have lost them many a times.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept running new stuff that morning, and it kept working. It wasn't like we were catching the heck out of them, which I already knew we weren't. It didn't matter. Right. I mean, I knew we weren't going to go out there and burn them up. I'm thinking if we caught 10 a day, we would have had 2 great days for that, for the situations that were going on. And we probably did catch 10 keepers a day if you come down to it. And I think the second day, about 9 o'clock, I decided to run back and rerun some of that stuff where we caught that big one the first midday.
Yep.
And a spot that we didn't catch a fish on, but it was in that little rotation. I caught a 4-pounder, and that was our big fish for the second day. Except for and then I did make an audible at the end of the day. I took a chance. The fishing.
At 11:30. Yeah. I looked in the live well for no reason, just to check on them because the live wells had done a third earlier in the day. And I go, Scooter, that first one that he caught that was the littlest fish in the well was upside down, but fine. But I'm like, Scooter, it's happening again. And so Scooter grabs the fish, takes it off the color ring.
No, it's not. Hand him here.
Yeah, I handed him to him. He thumped him over.
he goes,
I'm like,
What?
that's bull. Yeah, I swear to God. So now we're
I
back
said,
to
you can't win with that.
we're
Yeah.
back to
I
we're
said,
back
man,
to. He goes, I'm not even going to stress about
back
it.
to 4 fish.
What
I
time
said-
was this?
This is at
I
11:30.
said, about 11 o'clock.
He's not. He goes, I'm
I
not
said,
going
you
through
can't
that
win with
again.
that fish anyway.
Yeah, he goes, I'm not going through that again. Like
Yeah,
with
I'm
the
not
whole stress
stressing.
thing. I'm not stressing.
Yeah.
And then about 15 minutes later, he goes, why don't you pick up that swim bait and catch me our 5th fish just to ease my mind. 2 casts later, I caught the 5th fish again. Then he calls the audible.
So then we're riding around with the 5 fish that we got, and it's probably,
wait a minute. I caught that the 2 fish that came up, remember? And I caught one of them to call on the swim bait.
Yeah.
Remember they schooled behind me real quick and I threw
oh
on
yeah,
them?
yeah.
I
You
put a
did,
good one in the boat. Yeah, man. That was like a
he put a
2.5.
decent one in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So that got us a little extra call, and then he calls the audible. This is pretty
then
good.
I said, yeah, we'd been fishing for a while. He caught that one on a swim bait, and my top water just won't get it. I mean, I had fished it for 2 hours with nothing.
Yeah.
But it was blowing. Now I'm gonna tell you, it was chunky. She was blowing 15 plus, maybe 20 out there on that lake.
Yeah.
It was really blowing that morning. I think it may have calmed down. My ears just ain't big enough for these things. They got old and shrink up on me. But anyway, they're like strap leather. But, so I had my cranking rod, and I throw a DT6 a lot. I knew what one stump was about 100 yards off of a flat that kind of went out into a creek channel. And I ran. I mean, it was kind of off course, but I mean, I ran about, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles, and I pulled up on that stump, flopped the trolling motor in the water, and stood up and made 1 cast. And it usually takes me a minute to find it, but I made 1 cast, found it, and I caught one, I don't know, 2.5, 2 3/4. Caught out our smallest fish, and then we had maybe 15 minutes left. I ran back towards the boat ramp. I pulled Eric up on a windy, rocky bank. It was actually riprap. And we had caught some of our fish there, I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago in that other tournament we won. And I'd be darned if there wasn't one left. And that thing come up and eat his bait. And I mean, didn't find out until this past weekend when I was tying on the lure that Eric was fishing with, that fish, which was probably a 4 to 5 pounder. I mean, we saw it. He hit less than 4 foot from the boat, and he just pulled tight, come off. But he broke a hook tine off of the one-off treble hook, and that's why that fish didn't make it to the boat. And Eric was all 2 pieces for about 10 minutes trying to get to that boat ramp. All he could think about was, I just lost a fish, going to cost the tournament. And I'm just like, man, don't worry about it. I'm like, just, it ain't that big a deal. Ain't nothing you can do about it now anyway.
That was like a 3-pound call from a 13-pound bag.
Yeah,
to a 16-pound
right.
bag.
We only had a 13.5-pound bag. It ain't like
Yeah.
we were coming in there with 20 pounds. I mean, we were coming in there with 13. We had 1770 or something the day before. I knew it was going to take about 15, 16 a day. So with the weight that we had, I figured we had a shot. But it wasn't going to surprise me, not one bit. If some of the other, like even my partner, I mean, my fishing partner, my hunting partner, I mean, they won some big events this year. Powell and Michael, it wouldn't surprise me if they had smoked them and caught a big bag. They were in the hunt. They had like 13 or 14 the day before. There was another guy, local fella. He was Brandon Gray and Todd Massey. They had a really good bag. They always have a really good bag. They win a lot. They win a lot of those events. They were right on our tails. They actually finished second. There was a lot of Mike May was there, and he was him and his partner Dale. They were in the hunt. I mean, there was a lot of guys in the hunt in that team, in that 12.5 to 14, 15 pound range that were right there. The first day on us, and I knew 13 was going to put us 30 pounds. I didn't know how much more we had, but that's like the fine line between winning and losing a 2-day event at Kerr.
Right.
So I weighed the fish in, and I looked at Eric and I said, "You're staying behind. I'm going to the boat ramp. I'm going to turn the other way. I don't want to hear nothing."
He made me stand up there and just listen, man. And I'm like nervous. Everybody's bringing bags up, man.
I said, "You just tell me. You just tell me when it's over."
So he sent me in for the lie detector test. So that was good. Because I took the last lie detector test. Yeah, I took both lie detector tests on our wins this year.
How's that process? How long does that take?
15, 20 minutes. Yeah. Same guy.
Yeah.
Same polygrapher. Last 2 tournaments. Yeah. He does them all. He does a lot of different circuits. Nice guy. Puts you at ease, you know. So, but you know, you got your chest thing on your fingers. It's just wild, man. Got to look out the window, breathe, hands level, feet on the floor. You
like weird
close questions? Your eye. They have a certain list of questions, you know, just see if you're cheating. You know, did you catch all the fish during tournament hours?
Did they ever ask if you were 10 years old and stole bubble gum from a convenience store down the road?
No.
Okay. I had never.
No, but I had that trip me up one time, and when I told the guy that's what it was, I mean, that was about all. He just laughed at me, and we moved on.
As Costanza says, it's not a lie if you believe it. MJ, thank you for the advice.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a standard set of questions. You know, did you catch the fish during tournament hours? You know, all the things you would suspect that they would ask you. They ask you. So, yeah. And they go over the questions they're going to ask you before they ask you, so you're not surprised by it and doesn't jump into your head. So if you're cheating and you hear it during the pre-question before the question when you're hooked up, your heart's probably going to start racing. And you're going to be toasted.
That thing will get you now. There ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Huh. Very good.
But you know, that's the thing about fishing some of these bigger trails and some of the trails that we fish, like the Angler's Choice team trail that my sponsor, and they've got a great trail, and they give out polygraphs at every event for like first and a random draw out of top 10 and maybe even big fish.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know what? I'm not saying anybody on that trail would ever do anything wrong, but you know, it's just a nice, you know, when the guys show up to fish this thing, or anybody that you feel like you're in good spirits. Everybody knows what's going to happen at the end of the day if you win a pot, or if you get lucky enough to be in the top 10 or 15.
That's right.
I mean, it settles the crowd. I mean, everybody feels comfortable fishing against each other. Everybody winds up being friends, and you know, it's a great thing. Even with Collins too, the one we fished. I mean, we're all buddies and friends hanging out. And Collins runs a great trail, and
they do.
I think it's a good thing. I think it's a great thing to have. And when you put that kind of money on the line, it's a great thing to have a polygraph tested. It's smart.
Even cat, don't they polygraph through the cat?
Oh
yeah. Cat does.
Yeah. There's certain the bigger events. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they should. I mean, we just recently saw what happens.
Yeah.
You know, in some of the stuff. I mean,
I never win big tournaments anyway, so it don't matter.
Oh my God!
You knocked on the door, bro. You knocked on the door, man.
I suck at life, bro.
Potomac,
I'm a 10th.
So we barely got a check out of the other 10 tournaments this year, and we wound up winning 2. That's just you know,
based on our year, based on the beginning of the year, like the lowest of lows. Like you couldn't make up the boat problems, the issues that popped up. I mean,
I'm not even blaming that. It don't even matter about that. It's just the fact that that's why he loves to have something to go on. It just don't even bother that. It don't matter. That's fishing. That's how, I mean, you know,
that's true.
If it didn't happen to us, it's going to happen to somebody else.
I agree.
You know, and then, you know, everybody's had those horror stories of the boat tire fell off 10 minutes before the boat ramp, or I'd have won the tournament. But I mean, it just things happen, you know, and if it happens, it just won't meant to be, you know,
it's true.
It's not meant. When it's meant to be, it's going to happen, you know.
12-pound Travis.
Yeah, well, 12-pound Travis. I think he did very well. Oh, I was talking about the other guy. Excuse me. 12. Who was it?
12-pound Tom Neat. But somebody just said it's Joseph Gilly. I think it's Joseph Gilly. Gille. He's like, it's 12-pound Travis now. Ha ha ha. So the tables have turned. You got to watch out.
That means Travis is going to win one, so y'all better watch out.
There it is. That's exactly what happens, man.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens. You put your mouth on him, and that guy will get it every time.
Don't put your mouth on it. Is that the expression?
Yeah, don't put your mouth on it.
That's right.
Yeah, it'll come
something
back
like that.
Full circle. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's right. That's right.
It'll come get you.
Exactly.
When you cast it out there, it'll come right back like a boomerang, hit you in the back of the head.
It did to him. He named Tom Nee that.
I know. I know. I may
Yeah,
not be up here much, but I'm listening.
Scooter is the superstitious type, man.
Are you?
Oh,
I believe-
he doesn't want me to say certain things, although he could say them. I
I
can't.
really wished he would be negative all day instead of positive, because I
That's
feel
like-
better off of negativity.
Yeah.
But you see how that works? I did. Remember I tried to do that one tournament for you?
Yeah, the one we won $32,000 in. Thank you, Eric. If you could do that last week,
then I was
we'd have won.
then I was telling you I was just joking because I felt bad about it. So I was laughing while I was saying it. I can't do it.
You were being negative.
I can't do it, man. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Well,
hell, the first tournament we won, where I drove
you.
through the night, I was laughing my ass off driving down for 3 hours and won it. So
my power bill was going to get cut off.
It's not a consistent thing. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Alan Handler, my rat man. I wouldn't call you at 12:30 at night trying to stay awake while I'm driving to who the hell knows where I was going.
I won't go talk to you.
Travis, what are you doing? He keeps getting up.
Man, if we lost everybody on the chat, they should be all gone by now.
No. No, man. There's still people hanging out.
I'm just messing.
Anyway, man. So what you got a story for us, Travis?
What do you mean?
You told me about something earlier, and I've been trying to hold my breath for it, man.
Well, I didn't know Scooter wanted to be in on this and listen.
What am I on?
You kind of teased him.
I had so guys, I have I'm sorry, I'm just putting some lotion on. I'm pretty fucked up here in my hands.
From the lotion. It puts the lotion
on the skin in the basket.
Okay, guys.
In the basket.
I want to talk about something tonight. Well, first of all, thank you for the story. I'm glad you congratulations, right? You guys did awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, changing subjects. I had a little issue yesterday with the in Wisconsin they're called the DNR. Here in New York they're called the Department of, I think, DEC or something, right? So a game warden had a little issue with the game wardens yesterday, and I want to share that story, and I want to get everybody's opinion on this, because you guys know sometimes I skirt the gray areas, right? There's no doubt. Agreed?
Okay, agreed.
I'll push my limits. I'll do what I got to do. You know what I mean? Like
you definitely do, man.
Yeah, I take chances, right?
Yeah,
I take chances. Now, for the record, I don't read. I have never read the whole New York regulations on fishing in this state, like from front to back. Okay.
Yeah. Who has?
Exactly. But maybe you should. Here's my point. So I'm just going to say here, I'm going to tell the story, and then I want everyone's opinion, because I got a ticket yesterday and I feel I'm going to go fight it. And I'm really upset about what happened.
Tell us the story. What reg did you break?
Story.
All right.
You guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
So here's the backstory. Well, no. All right, let's just so my buddy Kent and his buddy Bob, we went salmon fishing. Guilty as charged, Jim said.
Was Bob the guy I met at that one restaurant that runs that outdoor channel?
No, different guy.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
All right, here we go. Oh my God. So we're fishing. We go fishing and we're catching them. And I like to explore and try new things. So we go into this canal and I'm like, yeah.
Are you in a boat? You're in a boat.
I'm in a boat. I go in the canal. It's 4 feet deep. And there's a cable, just a plain cable. And mind you, I'm around a bunch of industrial stuff, okay? It's all industrial. But there is a cable that runs across with no signage whatsoever. And
does the area above it look like pure salmon spawning grounds?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, so I go under the cable. I don't even have to duck. I don't have to do nothing. We just drive under the cable. Life is good. I get back there. I'm like, bro, there's a big hole back here. It's 20 feet deep. I go, there's no current, but I can get these. So first of all, I want to give you a background story. So I've been salmon fishing the last couple of days, and I do not snag fish. I have no enjoyment doing what everybody does up there with egg sacks, setting a hook on them, and wherever they get pinned, they get pinned. Okay. I like to I can make my salmon bite. And over the last 3 days, we caught over 100 fish in the mouth. We had 2 snagged fish in 3 days, where most guys on the shore, I'm just saying, that's all they can do is snag. Okay. So I got it figured out, bro. It ain't that hard. You can do it the right way.
The shore. We caught them from the shore, cranking and throwing stuff. They bit it, so you don't have to snag from the shore. But anyway, go ahead. You're not trying to snag them. You're actually fishing for them to eat it. Got it.
We're catching them.
Okay.
So I'm fishing the hole. They're in there. We're hooked up constantly. It's either somebody's fighting a fish. We have a double. We have a triple. Somebody's netting or somebody's retying. Okay. There is no downtime whatsoever. And this goes on for 3 hours. Like I'm just like, here's another one. I got to deal with this salmon again. Right. Okay. So about 2:00 in the afternoon, we look up on the break wall there, and there's 2 game wardens watching us. My float goes down. I set the hook. There he is. Another salmon. And they're watching me fighting. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, check this out. I know what's up. I'm the king.
How far are they from you?
20 yards.
Oh, they're close.
While I'm fighting the fish, Kent's a little nervous. He's like, dude, why are they up there watching us like that? I go, Kent, that's their job. They're going to probably ask us for a fishing license in a second. I'm like, I'm going to get this. And I'm whispering because he's whispering.
Reasonable thought.
I'm like, Kent, we're fine. We're going to reel this salmon in.
They're doing their job. Yeah.
Right.
They're doing their job, Kent. Not a big deal. And that's what I thought. So I land the salmon. They go, hey, come on over here. Right. So I go, all right, well, here's the deal where we got to show them our licenses and blah, blah, blah.
Are you in your boat?
Yeah. So we go up to the bank, right? We go up to the wall and they go, hey, guys, just want to let you know that there is no fishing. There's a New York law that says you cannot fish near a fish ladder for 100 yards. Okay.
All right. Is there a fish ladder nearby?
Well, so in this canal, there was a little slip that had 0 water coming out of it. It was just dry land. Okay. So
and that was it. So
we're like, okay, we're sorry. Have a nice day, right? No. I need you to pull your boat over here and we need to have a talk. So we go up, we tie the boat up, and they go, listen, somebody complained. And they go, this is the true story. They go, ironically, it's somebody we gave a ticket for last year for doing the same thing. So some angler on the water saw us near a fish ladder and decided to call the DNR to come down and give us a ticket, right? They go, normally, if we were just down here and we weren't called, we would let you go. I believe that's what he said. However, because it's a complaint, we're going to have to write you up for fishing near a fish ladder.
I mean, do those fish travel on dry ground?
Listen, I don't know. Anyways, here's the funny part.
How much was the ticket?
I'm going to get to all that because there's way more to the story than just this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold up. So, first of all, I just want to give you a quick background with me and ladders in 2022. It started off with the fishing show aquarium and using a hidden ladder to jump up on the tank thinking that was funny to make a video. We all know that was wrong and that went the wrong way. Then I use a ladder to sight fish for smallmouth in a tournament and get DQ'd. Now I get a ticket for fishing next to a ladder. So
Third time's the charm.
I am
Man,
not getting on the ladder.
You need to stay away from ladders everywhere.
Big time.
No painting, no ladder work for you. All right.
No ladders.
He's a mass ladderer. Holy crap.
I called Brooks yesterday from Cortland Line.
Jacob's ladder.
Tell him the story. He goes the same thing. He goes, dude, you and ladders. He goes, first of all, your Cortland sponsorship is done, bud. This is too much. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So then the DNR guy goes, do you want us to write you out here, or do you want to meet us back at the ramp? So we meet him back at the ramp, right?
There's more coming?
Yeah. So,
oh shit.
So I get back to the ramp, and guy comes over, writes me the ticket. So first of all, I go,
this, by the way, are you videoing this?
No, I'm an idiot. I should have because this is going to go on. This is going to be a big deal here, because I'm going to tell you, I am definitely not in the wrong. Well, I am, but I'm not. So hear me out. Scooter, you're the judge right now. Okay? Because I'm going to court for this. Scooter, you're the judge.
Hold on a minute.
Look at the comments. Look at the comments.
Okay, bring it
on. He's got to get rid of the Chat 69 adult dating site comments.
Okay.
All right, got it.
All right. Eric, you monitor the comments here while I'm doing this. So
got it, man. I'm on it.
Scooter, you're the judge, and now I'm presenting a ticket that I got for fishing near a New York fishing ladder. Okay. So here's my opening statement. Scooter, you're the judge. Remember, you're probably some New York liberal judge that doesn't even like fishing. Okay. So that's your character right now. Your Honor, can you describe a fish ladder to me?
You're going on the offensive already. You're getting rung out.
I'm just asking, Your Honor, can you describe a fish ladder to me?
If I was the judge, I go, sir, I'm not on trial, Travis. You are.
I have no comment. I remain silent.
Meaning you don't even know what a fish ladder is, bud. Well, let me give you an education, Honorable Scooter. A fish ladder. Guess what? I don't even know what it is, and I fish 250 days a year, bud. I'm fishing next to what New York claims is a fish ladder that has no water coming out. Your DNR warden gave me a ticket, and I said, is it even in the rules? He said, yes. I said, well, is there any signs here? Is there a no fishing, no trespassing, don't cross this area? All the DNR guy said was, there's a cable up, and most people should know not to go across the cable. Why don't you have a sign up, DNR? Oh, because people take it down. So this is what Kent said to the DNR. So when people steal a stop sign, you guys just, the government just says, just screw it. We won't put another stop sign up. So that doesn't make sense. Guess what, Judge? So I get back home.
How low was this cable? How low was this cable?
I did not even have to duck to go under it. It looked to me like it was just a part of the electric company's stuff. Okay. Granted, I didn't know what a fish ladder was. That thing that has no water coming out of it didn't even look like a fish ladder to me. And I didn't even put two and two together. So I understand, Judge, New York has a rule that says you can't fish next to a fish ladder within 100 yards. I was in the wrong there. I get it. I did not read the rules. And till this day, I still don't see where they are in the rule book, but that's what the DNR guy said. But I have a question for you. I get back home that night, and I Google Earth, and I turn it to yards, distance. That cable is 30 yards from the fish ladder. Why isn't it 100 yards if you're trying to stop anglers from fishing there? Second of all, Judge, and this is going to cause some controversy on the river I'm fishing, because if you look to my right along the bank, there's over 30 to 50 anglers every day trying to snag salmon, which, by the way, I don't. I catch them in the mouth with skein. But you probably don't even know what that is, Honorable Scooter.
No.
You got all these anglers, half of them are from Russia. You can't even understand what they're saying. They're snagging fish constantly. And guess what?
Russia?
At the low water, yeah, you got to throw Russians in there. You got to throw the Russians.
It is a
conspiracy
theory. I mean,
at the low water mark, which it is right now, or I'm sorry, at the high water mark, those mofos are at 95 yards from the fish ladder. Not only that, the break wall that comes out, every drift boat that drifts past that break wall, even within 10 feet, is at 95 yards of the fish ladder. And oh, by the way, here's document 1 of anglers on the bank to the left of me, also at the 90-yard mark from shore fishing. There's also another boat that was just 30 yards from me, so he was 60 yards from the fish ladder, away from the cable. Why am I the only guy that day that got a fine when there was over 40 other anglers that were within 100 yards of that fish ladder fishing?
Because you went under the cable.
The cable said nothing. Plus, it's 30 yards. The cable's shit, bro.
But you were the only guy out of 90. I mean, when there's 90 people fishing, Travis, and you're the only one behind the cable, he should have sent a sign of some sort. I'm sorry. I'm just messing. I'm messing with you, Travis. I would have never thought
the DNR goes, it's discretionary when we write licenses for this. Because listen, after I Google Earth that, I looked at my ticket, found out the guy's name, Google searched his name, found out his phone number, and called him that night and said, listen, bro, you got to call.
So many enemies.
I said, you got to call because people were fishing near the fish ladder. Well, guess what? I'm going to call you every day telling you that there's 30 people within the 100 yards fishing.
Oh, you're that guy. You're that guy.
Dude. Let me know.
That's what the guy did to get you in trouble. That's what happened to you, man. I mean, somebody was like, there's that smallmouth crush guy. Let's get him a ticket.
Just don't make sure that they know it's you calling them every day to get the 30 guys on the bank. Because when they find your truck and boat, bad things will happen, man. Be very careful.
Man, you might want to drive a different rig down there.
Be very careful. They don't take
I'm not like, man.
Snitches in New York end up in ditches, I thought.
Look at you. I mean, you've got the viewers, you got people, you got good press, and you get bad press with all this.
So you're telling me to just pay the ticket?
I'm just telling you, it's going to come with the package you got going on here. I mean, the good and the bad, that's all going to hit you because there's people that are pulling for you, and there's people that are trying to just be jealous.
So you mentioned that there was 100 Russians on the bank fishing, or 30?
There's about 30 Russians.
And you're going to snitch on them.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think you may end up as Skane. Near the fish ladder.
I don't live in North Carolina. I don't know anybody in North Carolina, as a matter of fact. I'm guiding in, I don't even know, California somewhere, West Coast.
Yes, Brandon, yes, to answer your question, it is. Man, Travis, is that how you're going to present your case, man? You might want to dial it back a little bit.
No, I'm pretty straight and real. I'm going to tell them exactly my findings, that all these other anglers that day and every day are within 100 yards.
Are you going to call him bro? Are you going to call him?
Are you
going to call the judge bro?
What's going to happen is you're going to call him bro Scooter by mistake, and that guy ain't going to like it.
Oh, man.
That was an act we did last week about you. I'm sorry.
Bro?
I'm sorry. That was a skit.
Please film it if you say bro to the judge.
Just swear, go, bro.
If you open up with asking the judge questions, that's going to go against you, and it's going to go downhill so fast it will make.
I can't ask the judge if he knows what a fish ladder is.
If you come at the judge really quick, right out of the gate,
that's me.
Quiz. Okay, I'm just giving you
what's your advice? What's your advice?
And
if you come at the judge hard,
basket of cheese and bread and a nice bottle of wine,
you might want to save the questions for later. Let's say the judge is a salmon fisherman and you salt his intelligence right out of the gate. Let's say the judge actually knows what a fish ladder is and he takes offense to your questions and trying to show him that he's ignorant to the fact of what the case he's about to hear. Most good judges would look at the code, figure out what the case is about, and listen to if they're doing their job, you know. But anyway, I'm just, you never know what you're dealing with until you know, right? Yeah. Do you think it's the first time he's ever heard a case of an angler getting a ticket? He's a New York State judge, you know, up there in that county, right? A lot of salmon fishermen got rung up before you.
So I don't know what exactly happened, but here's what could happen. If you play your cards right, I mean, the guy that actually wrote you the ticket might actually be in your corner a little bit, depending on how you walk in there talking to Bro Scooter, the judge. Just saying. I mean, it's possible.
I would go, excuse me, Travis. I would go, excuse me, Mr. Manson.
You can say
I'm not the one on
that
trial
you've gone
here.
back and
You
hung
are.
signs, that you have put signs up. You could go back and put a sign up that you have hung signs warning other fishermen not to break the same rule you did, and that you were doing the community a good service for this, so nobody would ever be doing this again. And take a picture of it and maybe present that to the judge and see where that goes.
Your information that you use Google Earth and you'd measure this and that and there are others, and that's all good stuff. There's no sign. You could take a picture of the cable that has no sign on it, the dry fish ladder. That's all very compelling. But how you present that evidence and with the vociferousness.
I mean, my last picture would be of a picture that says no fishing within 75 yards of this thing. That I put up. 100 yards myself, that I put up myself. Then they might give you a littering ticket. I don't know.
Who knows?
So when I go back to hang the sign, can I make a few casts in there?
The sign ain't up.
Play with fire.
Yeah.
Old Jimmy, the warden game officer, might be with the binoculars in the woods.
So here's how the fines in New York work. They actually don't tell you how much the fine is. You have to plead guilty, and then they send you a bill.
What?
Yeah.
It's a mystery ticket?
Yeah, so they sit back and think about it. What they're going to do is see how you approach the bench, and then they're going to rate you on how much they're going to charge you right there. It's going to be one of them. You're in trouble. Yeah, I would definitely go.
Wow, that's so crazy. You do have I think you got a good case. You really do. I mean, you've done your research. You've done your research. You're presenting a compelling argument, but ease up on the judge. Do you know what the hell you're even going to try here today? Because that's just going to put him back in his seat and go, what a dick. And his brain will be thinking that, and I'm going to ring this motherfucker up no matter what he says.
I just want to know if he knows what a fish ladder is, man.
Doesn't matter. You are the one to need to know it because you were the one that broke the law. So he doesn't really care.
Hey,
he would go, I'm not on trial, Travis. You are.
Tim brings up a good point in the comments. You know, Sean, is Sean a lawyer yet? Would he represent me? Sean, would you represent me?
Sean Lee?
Maybe.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm going to plead not guilty and see what happens.
Man, I would hire Cousin Vinny. Right out of the gate. There is no way I wouldn't take care of my friends.
The max fine is $250. So
somebody just said court costs are $100. Do you have to pay court costs if you're not guilty?
It's not. It's the principle of this.
Right. You want to go for
all the other 80 anglers that were fishing there. In fact,
that's not what the court case. That's not what the court case is about.
If that rule was actually true and they regulated it, nobody, maybe at the high water mark, but if you're casting, you're still in that 100-yard range. Nobody in that river system for quite a ways could fish legally. They can't. They're all illegal.
How many guys were in boats out there?
Probably 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And there was probably 30 on the bank. Now, I was the furthest up.
Somebody complained about you. But
it's like you were the fastest speeder. It's like a pack of cars going 70 and you were in front. You got the ticket and everybody got off.
Basically hooked salmon all day long. And not only in that spot, everywhere in the river we went, we put on a show. Period.
All right, so
they were jealous.
So you didn't have to fish there to catch the fish, is what you're saying.
Oh, hell no. The last 2 days we were in a totally different area.
Right.
Man, it was. I'm gonna be honest with you. That it's probably. I mean, that's just your mistake. And I mean, like I would have done it. You know, I wouldn't have thought twice. I wouldn't have read that rule. I'd have been up there out of
Sure.
town, straight out of North Carolina. I'd have found me a nice little eddy over there or something that looked
Right.
like where the fish would sit, because I assume you were fishing an eddy or some sort. And I would have started catching them, and I would have had me a ticket.
Yep. They got a
Right,
cable
read the
like
book.
that across
Yeah.
the up at Deep Creek in Western Maryland, where there's a trout stream. They have a cable across the river, and above that area, it's fly fishing only. But it says it on a sign.
It says it, yeah.
It says fly
Yeah.
fishing
That's
only.
convenient.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Because
Yeah.
guess what? If the sign said no fishing or no trespassing, and then under it had official government wording, I would obeyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would have
for
gone.
sure.
You just come back at night.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
This must be really good.
Or get
This is
up
where
on a step ladder and cast over it. I don't know. You know.
that's the dink and dunk cast.
For two.
Right. It's a back cast. You turn the other way, but you cast your skein behind. That's pretty
man,
cool.
if there was a sign there to telling the public or somebody like myself that had never been there before what the deal was, I'd have got caught too. So I wouldn't have read.
Dictated endurance says, as the licensed guide, the state of New York, it's your responsibility to know the law. That's what the judge will tell you. I agree with that.
That's generally what judges.
I agree with it too. I'd agree with it too.
But then, Judge, every angler that fishes that area is illegal, and they're not.
They don't care. They don't. They're not here. They're not hearing that case. They're only hearing about you. They're not. That won't work for you.
Okay, well then, Mr. DNR.
Well, let me ask you. No, let me ask you a serious.
Every day, telling you the number of people that are illegal right now that you need to go give a ticket to.
Well, let me ask you a serious question.
We'll shut this whole river down, dude. We'll shut this whole river down.
I hope they don't watch this live show.
You're going to be in a lot of trouble. Those people on the bank don't put the food on your table for right now. Right. So, this ticket, is there any sort of, is there some strikes against you with your guide license or anything if you have to admit your guilt here?
No, it's a simple little fine.
Does the muskie case, pending muskie case in Wisconsin, catching them spawning, is that still pending or has that been settled?
No, that's been settled.
Man, I think.
Did you start out of court?
Not guilty.
Okay. Well, guilty, but not guilty.
I'd go have me a sign put up there, sponsored by SmallmouthCrush, and I'd pay my fine and I'd go home. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
No fishing here.
That's a great
idea. Courtesy of SmallmouthCrush.
So here's what the sign's going to read. The sign's going to read, no fishing within 100 yards of this fish ladder. Although this cable's only 30 yards, that means if you're reading
back up. You're too close.
Back up and tell the people on the shoreline to pack their shit back up in their trucks and head back to the salmon river where they belong.
That's a lot. That's a lot to read. I think you want to just keep it a little shorter than that.
You can put some Yosemite Sam figures up there with back off under them. You know what I mean? If you're this close, you need to back off.
Man.
Sponsored by SmallmouthCrush.
Sponsored by SmallmouthCrush.
This sign is sponsored by courtesy of SmallmouthCrush.
If anyone,
the bots are back on.
If anyone in the comments can create a sign
in Russian,
that's big and in Russian.
That's what somebody just said.
If you could create a sign in English and Russian and put that together for me, that's weatherproof and I can hang it on the cable, I would love to do that.
Fishing the Southeast says he's got it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make the sign in Russian and English before my court date. I'm just going to let the judge know. I'm trying to take responsibility for what I did. I'm going to hang a sign over the cable to let everyone else know.
And that's
you're just going to give it to Officer Jensen so that you're doing a public service. You didn't take the liberty of hanging it. You're giving it to Officer Jensen.
He's going to hang it. No, you should.
I want to hang it, Eric.
Okay. That might be the next ticket you go to. Because you're touching.
Why?
I don't know. There may be some rule, man, and then you're going to get rung up twice, and the judge will be really offended, and now you're in bigger trouble. I don't know. Or he thinks you're a smart ass.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Okay.
You go right ahead. I can't wait to hear. This will be the next show. You're back,
Eric.
Scooter.
No, this is what we're doing. You invite Officer Henson or whatever his name was to go with you on a salmon snatching episode for a few minutes, and that you would like for him to be like an inaugural participant, and you putting this sign up and get a picture of the two of y'all standing there shaking hands in good faith and good peace, putting this sign on that cable.
So call the game warden and tell him that's what I want to do?
Tell him you would like to meet him down at the ramp, and you would like the picture thing that you want to do, and you would like to do like a North Carolina, a New York wildlife officer appreciation moment where the two of y'all hang the sign up presented by SmallmouthCrush on this thing to keep other people out of this fishing area.
And then put a target on your truck. Like,
but then could I also ask him to? Could I also ask him? Could I also actually buy new cable and actually run 100-yard perimeter around that whole ladder? That way, everybody in that river knows where not to fish.
I'm just trying to help Travis now. It's just, man, there's no help.
I'm gonna need about. I'm gonna need
do a GoFundMe page on cable.
We're gonna run that thing from the dam all the way across the break wall.
You've already bought a bullet. Oh my god! Oh my god!
My recommendation is don't.
I just
say it that way. Yeah.
Pay it. Go home. Leave the sign.
I'm going to court, bud. I'm going to court.
I think maybe you should quit salmon fishing. It's not salmon mouth crush.
We're not snagging like all these other people. We're not
salmon mouth crush.
These dirty salmon. You know, like we're just not having a good time hooking them in the mouth, just yanking on big fish.
I don't want to snag them either. I mean, who wants to snag a fish? I mean, well, somebody that wants to eat. But I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want to go out there and fun fish and snag them.
Well, I mean, people have their reasons, right? So
I said people didn't want to eat or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are. I don't.
Yeah, or need to. Yeah, who knows, man?
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't stand behind the guy that needs to fish. I mean, I'm out there play fishing. It's a whole big different thing. So
right on, man. Yeah,
I've never caught a salmon, and I'm wondering if I ever really want to. Yeah, I think that maybe my dreams of catching a topwater salmon are now over.
No, you catch them on a crankbait with a crankbait rod.
I saw it. I saw it.
I got king salmon running through my veins, man.
Man, I hope that we find out that you were standing close to that cable.
I wasn't.
He was legal.
You already knew the rules.
Eric,
I didn't see a cable up there. We're close to the.
Eric was 300 yards from the cable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember seeing a cable or a fish ladder. I remember seeing a haunted turn with a ghost in it in a burnout building for some spirits. For sure.
It's just tough. It's just tough luck.
Sean says I have a decent case. I'm going to fight it, guys, and let you know the results.
I really do think you have you got a decent case. You really do.
I don't want to put a sign up because
some
people in the comments said that would be littering.
If Sean would represent it a little better, what you're going to do to it, you might be all right.
Sean, do it pro bono, man. You don't have to be an attorney to go in there.
I mean, this might get you some. I mean, if you get this guy off of this, you could get all kinds of business. There's no telling.
This could be the big break in his career. This could be his first court case win.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I love it. Fly him out, Travis.
Yep. Wildlife infractions. Call Tom. Yep.
Heck yeah.
So that's my story, guys. Yep.
I love it.
Interesting.
That's a great story.
To be honest with you, I did talk to the DNR, after the ticket and stuff, and we had a great conversation. The dude seems like a great guy. I explained to him that I'm moving up here. I'm looking for property. I like to do this and that. And we probably had it was a good 10-minute conversation when he didn't have to stand there and listen to me. He was really cool dude.
Yeah.
Sure. Did you hug at the end?
No hug.
Okay.
Cool dude. The guy was freaking like, he'd be a buddy of mine. Maybe he probably hates fishermen. I don't know, but yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You worked it out in the end. Awesome.
Well, not really. He still gave me a ticket.
Well,
Yeah,
he
they
had
generally
to. Somebody
do.
called you in.
Right. Right.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said he wouldn't have normally, but somebody called him.
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know how bad that whole incident is because now I guess I can phone in every day too.
Right.
Hey, Warden. Couple more people fishing within 100 yards. I'm going to count them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 30 of them here. If you want to come on down, I'll meet you in the parking lot.
Where's this at? Where are you fishing at? What river? Where you at?
So it's a tributary of Lake Ontario.
Lake Ontario.
Yeah. This will affect my
tributaries in quotes.
I get it. I shouldn't have asked the question. Yeah, but I don't know, man. That's you find yourself in some predicaments.
I do.
Yeah, I mean I reckon drama's where it's at.
I don't try to, bro. Like honestly, I didn't. Let's just talk about the ladder thing. The fish tank thing stunt with the expo guy kind of saying yes, we can do it.
That was epic.
I thought that was fine. Looking back, it wasn't the right decision. The ladder in the tournament, honestly didn't know there was a rule on the books that said you can't stand on a platform. I had no clue.
JP asked you if you read the rules, and you said yes.
Well, we already see he's establishing that he doesn't read rules a lot throughout the night show. So
let's just be straight. He asked you.
He is getting that. He's just.
I mean, you got to own up to that, bro.
Assumption is the mother of all.
That's a direct question. Did you read the rules? Yes. But you also had your tournament guy say, "I don't know."
Yeah,
right?
There was some questions. Yeah.
Right, and he said, "I don't." He told you he didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, like he said earlier, he likes to get away with as much as he possibly can without breaking the rules. So
not really breaking. Read them. I'm listen, Scooter. I think it's this. I want to tell you this. I am very reasonable, and I have a lot of common sense, and I also have a lot of determination, and so I like to think outside the box and think of ways that I can improve my life, my enjoyment in the outdoors, my enjoyment of being able to catch fish, because that's what I like to do is catch fish.
Yeah.
So I think of these things a lot of times, I guess, without thinking about the politics around this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gets me in trouble.
Oh, I know.
I'm just out releasing salmon, enjoying my day. I'm just out trying to find more sight fish easier because I'm only 6'2", bro. I'm trying to get.
How do you think we do it?
I don't know how
You're
short
6'2".
We're short.
And poor Flash, he's like 4'9" or something.
It is the best sight fisherman in Carolina, man.
Yeah.
5'2".
Yeah, he can get it done now.
Damn right.
I don't know how you guys do it. Man said he was 6'2".
And it is his partner 6'7".
I mean, the weather's different where he's standing than it is where I'm at.
The two tallest guys in the tournament using a step ladder. And when Travis was on the step ladder, JP was on his back, standing up like a circus act. So if you add it all up, it was a 3-foot step ladder. You got 6'2" and 6'7". They were 13 foot above the water.
13 foot. That's pretty good getting her done.
That's pretty high. That's like a polo platform on a bonefish flat.
I mean, that will make your sight fishing event go by quicker. You can find them.
But you can use forward-facing sonar. You can use floggers. You can use Alabama rigs. But when the guy wants to get a couple inches higher, nope, that's not good, bud.
Well, a lot of tournaments outlawed the Alabama rig, and a lot of people hate live scope. But you're trying to fight an industry selling electronics. That's a little.
Anyways, let's talk about that, guys. So today,
Home Depot step ladders.
Hey,
now I'm gonna tell you, aluminum step ladders is a multi-million-dollar deal. I mean, Lowe's has made off of them over the years.
That's right. So, I think they should have a button on a platform on the boat, just raises up out of the deck of the boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
If you get it past, I'll buy one. I mean, I got some kind of shallow water anchor on the back of the boat that works pretty well. So
Yeah.
what's wrong with having something that goes straight up in the air and walk up on?
Yeah. Yeah. We
Oh,
deploy
by
that
the way,
shallow water anchor a lot, Scooter.
Yeah.
I don't think they went down the whole tournament. Except
The
for
power climbing pole.
Yeah, exactly.
The climbing pole. Hit a button. Yep. Perfect.
Anyways, listen, I also want to make it official. I am going to be moving up here, guys, in July of next year.
To New York.
Full-time resident of New York. Yep. And
Did
the
you
guide
find
service.
the property yet?
Nah, working on a bunch of stuff. Of stuff.
All right, good.
The guide service will be expanded once I'm up here. And just so everybody knows, I'll have a bunch of dates for smallmouth. I decided to probably end the smallmouth fishing in September. And from October on, I'll be salmon / steelhead guiding. I do know what I'm doing, even though I don't have as many hookups as some of the steelhead salmon guides up here. I promise you I work my fucking ass off, and I will put you on some fish, and I'll do the best of my abilities. And that's how I do it every day. I fished till 5:30 tonight, guys, because we had some pretty bad wind in the morning. These guys were repeat customers. The dude just wanted to catch a monster smallmouth, and I was fucking pissed all day long. I pulled up on my first 3 spots, and they were loaded, but they could not get them to bite. Now, I don't know why. I mean, I didn't have a rod in my hand. You know what I mean? I'm not saying nothing, but I'm just saying it was off, right? And I burned through 40 gallons today. I didn't have to do that. I could have sat in a bay like most guys would have done. And I made a run, and we found thousands of fish this afternoon, and they caught them.
That's what a good guide does.
I don't fuck around when it comes to guiding. Like, I take it personally. I take it as if I'm fishing, even though I'm not. And I'm going to do everything I can to get you guys on fish. And so when I do salmon and steelhead, and you might say, "Oh, you just moved up." I've been salmon and steelhead fishing for many years. Do I do it regularly? No, but I'm going to get shit figured out for that season come next fall. You can book me. I'm also going to be duck hunting, so I will be doing for next year in 2024 or 2023. I'm sorry, in the fall I will be doing sea duck hunts only for now. I'll be the first to admit I don't have the dial, the pulse on the divers, the redheads, the cans, the bluebills quite yet, but I'll get you on scoters, and I'll get you on.
Did you say scooters?
Scoters.
He said scoters.
Oh, scoters. I just want to be sure.
I'll get you on scooters and longtails next fall if you're interested in booking me. So there you go.
That's a whole nother price.
Right on, man.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Scooters are the most expensive trip.
That's pretty cool, man. It's good that you're gonna get into the duck hunting thing. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Something to do all winter.
Dude, I love it, man. This is a dream come true. This is where I used to, honestly, on a personal level, I used to think 8 years ago, I said I would never leave Wisconsin. I left Wisconsin because I sucked dick in the Elite Series and ran out of money and did not want to go back to an office job. And a friend of mine, Jack, reached out to me and said, "Hey, come out here. We'll figure something out." That's the last thing I wanted to do was go to the East Coast, especially that area. But it was tempting, and he was a good friend of mine. And I kind of liked the Chesapeake Bay because I fished a tournament there and did well. And I thought, let's do it. And then next thing you know, I'm there, and I learn about Lake Ontario, which is only 4 or 5 hours from me. And then I'm like, damn, I love smallmouth fishing. Let me start going up there. And all of a sudden I'm like, this is just like back home in Wisconsin. And so now for the last 10 years, I'm driving up here all the time. And, 4 or 5 years ago, I just started a guide. And now I spent a lot of time up here over the last 4 or 5 years in the summer. And it just feels like home. It feels like Wisconsin. It feels like the place I need to be. My spirit, everything's different when I'm up here, Like I'm just in a better spot when I'm in New York. And so I'm really happy to be able to call this home next year.
You belong there, man, for sure, man. Just a word,
good for you, man.
A word of advice.
Living a dream.
Don't start a bunch of shit with a game word before you get there, bro. I mean, honestly, why are you trying to poison the water even before you get there and have 30 locals really pissed off at you that you caused a bunch of stir and fuck their fishing hole up, man? I mean, honestly, what are you even thinking? Go fight your ticket, make it about you, and make it about what you saw, and be done with it.
Did it on purpose anyway, just so he'd have something to rile you up with about the
No,
night.
if I did it on purpose, if I was smart, I would have had the
No.
video cameras going.
I can't believe you didn't.
I thought it was a routine check your fishing license thing.
Went
I
bad.
really did.
But you know what? You go right back there tomorrow, take pictures, and you've got your whole presentation. You're good.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, you know, you don't need to be public enemy number one with the DNR by the time you walk in the state. I mean, what's the point? I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna be a guide. I mean, they're gonna be watching your ass. They could, if you made me look like an asshole. That's
well,
not
they
good
are an
for
asshole for giving me a ticket when they didn't ticket other 40 people. So guess what, Eric? Sometimes you got to stand up.
It's hey, I hope they watch the stream and hear your words, and let's see how it rolls for you, dude. I'm just saying, you gotta. That's fine. You want to make a big political statement, and go ahead and fight the machine, bro. It's on you, bro. It's up to you. Look, man, it's your life, right? You're gonna fight the man, fight the machine, and you know, I don't know, bro. I mean, you know, Scooter, you know what I'm talking about, right? What'd you do? You've had some things go on, right? But how did you handle it that way and make a big old public statement and go in there and just knock some people out? I mean, I think you handled it with some really good finesse, and you did all right, right? And you're still friendly with those guys. You want to keep it cool, bro.
Oh yeah,
you want to keep it cool because you don't know who you're
most definitely.
with.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that the people that you're going to be on the water with every day, you really kind of want to respect them and be on their side.
It takes a little finesse, bro, is all I'm trying to say, because, you know, I'm just saying, think about the amount of shit a game warden takes, the mouths that they have to hear, and the bullshit they have to put up with. It's I'm not saying you weren't. I'm not saying you weren't.
When I Google Earthed it, I stayed in my claim. I said, man, this
did you call him like after work hours at dinner or something? Like the dude's eating some pasta and he gets a call from some chode named Travis and wants to talk about the case while he's eating dinner with his family?
Probably.
That's kind of crazy, dude.
Well,
but hey, that's you, man. I mean, you got to live your life and attack it the way you want. I'm just giving you my perspective. I've heard Scooter had to deal with some things and he did it with a lot of finesse, and he's still friendly with all those guys down in the water because that's his work. That's his office space. And he's got to see those guys every day.
Every day.
They can make your life a misery.
They won't.
They want to.
I have every safety thing in my boat.
I know you do. You run a really good tight ship, dude. That's not
I have a tight ship. I ain't breaking
what I'm saying is
that I know.
No, you really do. I know you do.
I'm aware of a law. I ain't breaking it.
You can show the guy the vacuum. You vacuumed your boat before you take it out. I mean, we see it.
The thing to do is if that thing happens where you do get that ticket, I mean, and you're planning on moving down there and being a part of that scene for maybe the rest of your life, you might want to just sweep this thing under the table and pay it off and go on about your business.
Thank you for the advice.
But that's not in your DNA. You're going to do what you're going to do. That's your journey, man. I mean, I'm just trying to say my piece.
And by the way, guys, I will be April, May, and June will be my last 3 months on the Chesapeake Bay. So
thank God.
Oh.
I don't have to hear about that whining anymore.
Oh God! You mean like
Scooter,
forever?
Scooter,
you mean forever?
We can finally fish the Ike tournament together. This was me and Travis's last year.
Y'all ain't right, neither one of you.
Oh, that's what this show's all about. Not having fun, man. Calling each other out, just enjoying the moment, man. It's all fun. It's all good. I'll tell you right now, if you guys could hear Scooter Lilly, Michael Klamutis, and Pal Kemp, Travis, I only wish that I had a GoPro. I'm not sure how much could be published, but it is gold. It is some of the most laugh out loud, hysterical laugh. It truly is, man.
Gold. It's fool's gold.
Oh my God, Scooter! I'm telling you, man, I have never laughed so hard with Scooter Lilly. I mean, Travis, we laugh a lot too, for sure. But when you get those three guys together, and then you throw me, the Yankee, in the mix, apparently, it gets even funnier. Because I'm the junior member of the crew, man. So it's I'm just
We're
a
just
guest.
trying to get you on the team, and
I'm a
you're
guest in
hard
their
to
land.
convince.
Yeah,
You're hard to-
I don't show a lot of dedication driving 6 hours a weekend to fish down there, but I mean,
No,
driving
you
through the
don't.
night.
I mean,
If I just did a little bit more.
if you were just a little more negative, I mean, it would, I mean, you win more that way. You gotta be humble,
Well,
negative. Oh, I don't think we'll catch anything. You know. I mean, I got the circus behind me, hooping and hollering the whole time we're fishing.
Let's see. Somebody wanted to see.
Travis knows.
E, can't see your hat. Can you see it? It's Angler's Choice.
Yes.
That was in our goodie bag for the tournament.
Make sure I
You
take
mean at the butt whipping contest that we went to?
Oh boy, the dream that turned into a nightmare. Everybody saw my story.
My dream. My dream turned into a nightmare.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I told you this, Scooter, but in practice, based on the number of fish I was pulling out, looking, I thought we were going to win. I did.
Me too. I mean, I didn't think we were going to win, but I thought we'd give it.
No, I thought we were going to win. Look, you've only said that to me one time, and you know the time you said it to me. It wasn't this year at all. It was during a tournament.
Was it that a disappointment?
It just speaks to how crazy the playing field is in bass fishing.
Yeah,
if you've ever talked about the sport, it could do a 180. The playing field changes.
Yeah.
There's no other sport like it. You're fighting the elements. You're fighting other fishermen, locals. You can't get to your fish because of weather. It changes. The fish get blown out. Grass bed gets mud. There's a million reasons. Anyway, we got to see it. This is the map.
What is that?
He's going to show us. He's going to show us the cable on the river.
Oh.
Right?
Yep.
We're going to take a deep dive.
I feel like I'm on Bass Track.
It is. It's true. It's like a tournament. Keep it coming.
Look, there's Travis.
Hold on.
He's in the up.
All right, guys. So here is the cable runs right about here. Okay.
Yep.
I was right here.
Where is said fish ladder? Okay.
Now remember, it's high water right now.
Okay. That fish ladder doesn't look dry now.
No, it's not.
It's not in the picture. He's saying when he was fishing it is low.
So here we're going to do the yardage. Okay, here's the yardage. From there to where the guide boats are, that's 98 yards. Guys fish right here on this bank and up in here. They're 70 yards. That's my point. And then all these people at the low water mark are fishing right along here, which is at within 100 yards. And then there's people that fish right here, and there's people that fish right here, and there's a ton of boats that fish right here. So I was right here jacking on them. And this
you were above the fish ladder.
Exactly.
I was above the fish ladder jacking on them. Did Kent know it was a fish ladder?
No.
All my fish were trapped in a cement corner.
Jacking on them.
No.
Hey, did Kent know it was a fish ladder?
No.
Oh. Does Kent know what a fish ladder
so
is?
The river was really low. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, it must have been.
No water.
Bone dry. Did you know it was a fish ladder?
No.
Did you know what a fish ladder was before you got the ticket today?
In Manitowoc, they had a fish ladder that. No, even if I knew it was a fish ladder, I'd be like, let's go fish the fish ladder. Like, right. I didn't know it was a rule, bro.
Right. Because the fish ladder just allows them to pass so they can go upstream and spawn. Right.
But they don't utilize it because the electric company wants to make more money generating electric than worry about a bunch of salmon moving upstream.
No, don't they have rules like a lot of trout streams have minimum?
No salmon go up that stream, bud. No salmon go up the ladder. They ain't going up the ladder.
Ever?
Not yesterday when I was there.
Is that because the river's low or because
it's a bone dry ladder?
But because the water's low or because they've built it wrong? I'm so confused. What?
Probably because it's just not being used. That's all.
You mean they built it so no water would flow down a fish ladder? They built it above. Let's build this fish ladder above so no water can flow through. I don't get it.
Me neither.
You mean they just did the measurements wrong when they poured the cement or something?
Dude, I don't know.
What are you saying?
So it's a drainage. It's just a drainage thing from
Like a little
rainfall.
part of the whatever that is.
It's like hey,
everything's
let's
dilapidated up there, Eric. Nothing's being maintained. The walls are crumbling. Like I don't know what goes on up there.
well, okay, the point about the fish ladder is like if you built it first for water to run through it, either the river has low water, so
Something happened with the river level that no
Okay.
water running through it.
that day or ever,
Yeah.
or to your knowledge. I got you. I think. All right.
Well, I know.
I know. That's a joke, inside joke between me
Anyways,
and
I got
Scooter.
another awesome day tomorrow guiding. I want to give a shout out right now to Striker. And I'm not sponsored by them as of yet, although I would love to.
Yeah.
Striker makes the most unbelievable warm weather gear. Even their summer rain jackets, crazy. But I've been wearing this stuff. I can't see myself wearing anything else ever again. It's that legit. You guys know me. I don't bullshit.
Show us.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I'm wearing the bibs,
Okay.
but
Are they insulated?
yeah, dude, they're it's hot as F in here right now. And when I wear it on those cold mornings, it's unbelievable. They have this like hoodie, but like really, it's an amazing thing. Like I don't even have to wear the top right now. It's like 38 degrees this morning. I didn't even have to wear the top to this. I wore this thing. Unreal. Their gloves, their mittens, their everything. And then I'm going to show you this. I got to show you the boot because you guys know I love these big ass boots.
Yeah.
This is the Striker boot that all I know is that the ice fishermen, this is for ice fish. This is for standing on ice when it's negative 15 degrees out. I wear this in the morning. Obviously, the water coming over the boat and big waves when I'm on the deck. I like the fact that it's all waterproof, but these things are so freaking warm.
Better than a muck boot.
Dude, I'm not lying. I'm not sponsored. They don't pay me shit. Striker gear is freaking amazing. If you guys spend your hard-earned money on it, I promise you, like, I'm telling you
I'll
right
check
now.
them out. I'll check them out.
If you're all about staying warm in these types of conditions, it's the freaking deal.
Jamie Juice Newton asked, what model are the bibs? What are they called?
Good question. So I don't know.
Okay.
But I want to know. Let me look up the email because here's what happened. So I have listen, I'm not sponsored. I'm not supposed to know all this stuff right now.
It just made me laugh when you said
I believe they have something called
I want to know what I'm wearing.
Okay. I have the summer rain jacket, which I love.
I know you love that. Right. Lightweight.
Colors. I have the gray camo and I have the straight black. And I bought the straight black because every video I'm wearing the gray one. I'm like, well, I want to change up my wardrobe a little bit. It's the same outfit, just different colors.
Sure.
So I tried that for the summer because I hate wearing. A lot of companies will make like a really hot rain jacket for July when it's just raining and it's still hot out, and I just want to stay dry. So I purchased their rain gear and just fell in love with the stuff. So now got fuzzies on me. So then I sent an email to the company and said, because they have a bunch of ice fishing suits as well. And there was a really high-end ice fishing suit. And I go, hey, can I get this suit and wear it out in the boat? And they said that's really more geared towards not standing in consistent rain, but trying to stay warm on the ice.
Right. So it's bulkier.
Yeah. But it's still very light from what I hear. It's really good shit. I wanted to buy it badly. And they said, no, get this outfit instead if you're going to be out in the rain in cold water, in cold weather. And so I don't want to, I'm going to bring up the email right now so I can just tell you exactly what what this.
So I know, how does that suit that you're wearing compare to your Stormar suit? Because I know you like the Stormer suit a
Eric,
lot.
it's so much warmer.
Warmer. Okay, so
It
it's
is.
the warmth factor
Dude, I'm not just saying that to you. It's literally warmer. A lot warmer.
Is it more comfortable?
Yes.
Than the Stormer? Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
And I love that Stormer suit because I wore it for years.
Ever.
And if I didn't know any better, I'd still be wearing it.
Right. Somebody asked, does the front unzip so you can pee?
Yes.
Yes. Bass and Burger 4.
I just checked. I do want to tell you
what problem. That's a great feature.
Some don't.
I'm kind of set right now, and I'm not saying any names because I like the suit, but it does not. You got the trick.
Man, I remember buying a suit where it didn't have a zipper on the front, and you got to like take everything off. That's just, how are you going to do that in the rain?
I know.
Where you actually have to take your jacket off. What sense did that make? None. Zero.
Yep. I reckon you just have to hold it.
That doesn't make any sense at all. If it's raining, a rain suit without a zipper.
I reckon not. I
No
got
bueno.
One.
Yep. Brother, I had one for a minute and returned it the next day.
What?
I got one.
What's that?
Well, I shower nameless.
I mean, they're great. They're great rain gear. It's just it does not. It's just maybe it was made for somebody other than me. You know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. But it'll keep you dry and warm.
You just got a donation to the SmallmouthCrush Legal Fund. $2. Brandon Hummerson. Thank you.
It's the Denali insulated rainwear. Denali insulated rainwear. Did you hear me?
There you go. Yep, Denali.
Yep.
Denali. I'm going to put that up there. Denali insulated rain.
And the boots, dude. Get those damn boots, bro.
You used to have muck boots. So the muck boot, it's better than a muck boot?
Yeah.
More comfortable than a muck boot? That's really important.
Very comfortable and warm.
Warm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And good. All I have is a pair of light wool socks underneath.
All right. That's all you needed. And what was the temp today?
It was only in the low 40s, but we haven't had super, super cold, but
yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm so comfortable in it.
Excellent. Not too hot. Didn't sweat. Breathable.
Bro, when it gets in the mid 50s and the sun's out.
Yeah, you're taking some layers off. That's
get
cool.
Pretty hot. Yeah.
Yeah, but you take a layer off, right? And you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. $2.99 each. Not a bad price. Is it Gore-Tex material or their own proprietary outer shell?
Again, bro.
Don't know.
I don't.
That's fine. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I know a lot of people have been unhappy. Have you tested it in the rain yet for its waterproofness? Okay. Well, hopefully I don't hope it rains on you, but I hope it rains on you so you can tell us. Like, damn.
And
not only is it warm, but it kept me dry because, warm and not dry is no bueno. I want to check the zippers. And does it have neoprene on the cuffs? Or do you feel like, if it was raining and you raise your hand up to cast, water's going to run down your arm?
There's like 3 different freaking things.
So does it have a neoprene sleeve inside the sleeve? That's easy to check, like the Stormer.
It has a this isn't the one. It's in the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, it can tighten it up.
Okay, I just wondered if it had that neoprene thing.
Legit, bro.
Okay. Juice is telling us it's Hydropore with Primaloft. Primaloft is that nice insulation by somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Anyways, listen, guys. Scooter, thanks for hanging out with us.
Man. Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, man. Scooter, you stayed a long time, man. Can't believe it.
I've never been a judge.
Fine job, Your Honorable Captain Scooter Lilly, Judge.
That. Your honor. Yeah.
Honor. Your Honor.
That's right.
Doctor.
Rosen. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, somebody said, yes, it does have stretched neoprene cuffs. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Cam, we threw Finesse swim baits and very large top waters. walking style baits.
I want to know what that swim bait was.
I've talked about it on the stream because I threw it when we were in second place last year for a couple key fish on day one.
Yeah.
Can you talk about it now?
Well, Scooter approves all of my conversations on lives.
Hold on, I gotta
So,
check to see if
Captain
that's
Scooter, if you
Eric,
give me the
works.
Yeah, you can talk about it if you want to.
okay.
I mean, yeah, if you want, you can talk about that.
All right.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Everybody wants to hear a little something.
Only if you talk about yours.
I mean, that's your no. That ain't what
You're not talking about yours.
That's not none. Yeah. Just keep that out your mouth.
Look, guys, there's no secrets. It's a finesse swim bait, man.
There ain't no secrets on my end either.
Right. 2.8 inch. You guys look in the fall. I want you to think small. And here's why I go small like that. Sounds crazy, right? Two ways. I mean, because one moment I'm throwing a gigantic bait that's 5 ounces with Scooter, and the next minute I'm throwing a 2.8 inch, finesse swim bait. Yeah. Because
crappy
a lot
jig.
of times, it's truly for Scooter, it is a crappy jig. It's truly a crappy jig. And when the young of the year shad are about an inch long, I think sometimes they get keyed in on it. So an ultra big bait is a way to generate a big bite, but sometimes when you need that, I caught one close to 7 with Scooter on that same finesse swim bait on Smith Mountain Lake, tight lined it with a 3/16 ounce ball head jig.
Yeah.
And then, 30 minutes earlier in practice, I caught, something that was close to 5 on a 5 ounce Gancraft jointed claw, slow sinking, 230. So it's a weird game. You go ultra big or, trying to match the hatch. So, yeah.
Well,
yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Boja, just ball head jig it, man. I like the Okashira head. Yep.
What's an Okashira head?
It's a mega bass. It's a mega bass. It's got one of the best finesse hooks. It's the silky gray coating. So, hook sets are great. It's braided fluorocarbon, throw it on a 7.5 foot rod.
I just know he has a bunch of tricks. I don't know what none of it's called because I try not to. I wear blinders so I don't have to see all this stuff. Because there's no way I could put all that in my tackle box. I just have to. I just had to fish my way, and I'm glad I got a guy in the back of the boat that fishes his way.
That's right. That's right. And I love when we're both fishing power, man. When he says it's go time for power.
It don't even matter about that. It's nice to have a guy in the back of the boat that's got a bag of tricks with the Ned rigs, the drop shots, the little tricky swim baits, and I mean my swim bait's 5.5, 6 inches long with a 3/8 ounce head on it. I mean he pulls out one that don't even have an ounce on it. It's like a 1/32 or something. So I'm like, okay, I hope you brought a fairy wand to throw that on because it's gonna be hard to throw it on this bait.
I have some respect for that.
All right. I've got 30 of them sitting to the left of me. So
By the way, when I just went out to take a piss, it's dead calm outside.
Oof.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
Let's hope it holds up for tomorrow.
That's right.
Well, I'm fishing tomorrow, so it's gonna blow.
Oh man! So you booked a trip? Good. You got the rest of the week booked?
No, let's see. I got 2 more days open.
There you go.
I'm probably not going to book them because that's probably not going to happen. But I do have tomorrow and Friday, and
you know what
Saturday,
sucks this time of year?
If I decide to take Jack, I haven't decided Jack's going on.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 days of fishing.
I know, but
but you can't get on the water until 7 a.m. now because of the light.
Pretty much, yeah. It's going to be 8 tomorrow. I'm just going to wait till 8.
I've
got some
I could be out there at 4. I would be, but
they would probably enjoy your trip tomorrow to go catch. You catching smallmouth or those salmon?
Nah, we'll do smallmouth tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Believe me, I'd rather go salmon fishing, dude. It honestly is pretty freaking addicting. And
how big are they?
I mean, I don't want to brag, but I mean, I caught some pretty heavy fish. Those mid-30s for sure.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a stud.
But we get a lot of 20, 25. They all in 8-pounder fights. It's all crazy,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Anytime you're catching, what's your average fish?
Big. I mean, I don't know, dude.
7 to 10 pounds or
No,
15?
20, 20.
20. Goodness
Almost
gracious.
caught one as big as my big one.
Nice. That's a heck of a day for somebody out there fishing on the water.
I mean,
Especially if they've never caught them.
there they are.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Man, that's nice. Yeah. Now, those fish, do they die on the way back down? Or
yeah, so they'll be dead. They're not long
Man,
for the
so-
world.
No, they're not.
So you just got a ticket for
There,
catching that
there
fish
we
that's
are
gonna
in
die.
the cable, under the cable, doing our thing.
Under the cable. Where's the cable? I don't see the cable.
Just netting fish. There's the skein getting ready for the morning.
Nice. Trying it out.
Cutting it all out. There we are fighting some fish. You know how it is.
Heck yeah,
Oh,
man.
Man,
Yeah.
that's cool.
One hell of a
Yeah.
video's
Nothing wrong with
coming.
No video.
No?
video.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, it looks very interesting.
Yeah.
Why don't you think so?
Look, man, I had to go to saltwater fishing. So, I mean, there's no shame in it.
Listen,
You got to do what the people want to go do.
No, people would book into October, November for smallmouth, but it's kind of cool having the change and being able to do that. And I'm learning every day out there. Like when Kent and I went out, we literally had I've been up in that river with my bass boat a few times. When I went out with him, we went in with a plan and we tried different things, and all of us working together, we were able to figure out, like, we're like, listen, there's all these people on the bank. They're sometimes catching them out, sometimes snagging them. Like, what can we do? How does this work? And we read the water and we fished, and man, we wrecked them doing some crazy stuff in a short period of time and learning. And it was a blast. Like it's fun, man, to do something different. Like Scooter, when you go out for reds, I mean, that's a thing. Then
totally different. Yeah, it's totally different.
Heck yeah.
I mean, that's what I enjoy. I mean, I'm not just doing one thing. I mean, I got trout, stripers, flounder, redfish, and the bull reds, and largemouth. And I mean, I guide for all of them. And you know what? You do have a particular time of the year, like yourself, that you are just day after day after day after the same, smallmouth here or largemouth on the Chesapeake or wherever you're at. But it's nice to have a change of venue for a minute, and then that kind of gets into a repetition, and then it's nice to go do something else. So it's cool to switch up and broaden your species that you're after, and taking your clients on a different trip totally. I mean, so you could have all your smallmouth guys, or a lot of them may want to go switch over and catch salmon with you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's business. That's a great opportunity to capitalize on. I mean, especially if you're going to be in that area for the next, who knows? I mean, who knows how many more years?
Well, we have
that's perfect.
20, 30,
38.
38.
So is there sturgeon? Is there sturgeon in the area?
I don't think it's legal to fish for them.
Okay.
So I will, but that don't stop me. You guys know that.
Right. That's right. Next ticket coming up.
I bet they go up in that ladder in the spring, bro. They go up in that ladder in the spring.
They get hung in
it. No, honestly.
Better call a sturgeon.
My future plans are, I'm obviously going to run the walleye and the bass boat when I come up here. I'm also going to run an aluminum boat, duck boat. I'm going to have a bunch of freaking boats. I'll probably have an airboat at some point, believe it or not. But we're going to be a full service guide service.
Can you tell how many boats was that?
Count them. Just great. I got 8 days going up in the shop, so
I got you.
It's a lot of boats.
It is a lot of boats.
Airboat, duck boats. Yeah. Drift boats, aluminum boats, walleye boats, bass boats. And so I'm going to do a lot of early season brown trout trolling. I will, not next year, but I will get into the probably more of the salmon fishing in the summer months as well. So it's going to be nonstop. And then we're going to run a pretty big ice fishing outfit up here as well in the future. So,
man, you're not going to have time to do anything. You're just going to be working.
dude, it's what it's not work, dude.
I know.
Fish. It's
I'm
what he
doing
do.
it.
I
I
can't.
love it. You'll
I
beat
can't.
beat
I'm
the
not,
alarm clock up.
dude. Every
So
morning,
I
I
didn't know
don't give
you
a
liked the duck hunt. So you really like the duck hunt, or is
fuck
that something
yeah.
that you're trying out? Oh, you do
No,
like the duck hunt.
I'm hardcore.
You're hardcore.
Oh
I didn't
yeah,
know you duck hunted.
dude. They've got people. People know from years ago. Like I'm the original. My nickname was the Can Man. So canvasback ducks. I was the can man, bro. And not only that, I'm the one that brought sea duck hunting to the Great Lakes.
So
You
did
can
you
mark
use the
my
layout
word,
boats? I mean, what kind of boats did you use?
You invented sea duck
Blind?
hunting on the Great Lakes?
bro. Nobody was doing it until I did, and I went on lakelink.com and posted a shit ton of pictures one year, and the next year there was 50 boats at the ramp. When the year before, it was just me. I was an idiot. I went on the internet back in 1998, and I blew this shit up.
I think they were sea duck hunting on the Great Lakes before you were born. I hate to burst your bubble.
I
But
don't
they
know.
were using a cannon.
I remember guys sea duck hunting on the Chesapeake Bay when I was like 15.
Yes, sea duck hunting in coastal waters and the ocean.
Maybe that was where
absolutely.
they were using the cannon.
Sea duck hunting on the
So
Great Lakes.
Nobody saw a sea duck on the Great Lakes before?
Man, maybe some dude in 72 shot one once. I don't know.
In
I'm just-
72.
I'm just saying.
Somebody do a fact check on that because that's a bold statement, bro.
That's a big thing. It's a big thing right here where I'm at. I know several of
Invented
the top guys
sea
that hunt
duck
sea
hunting
ducks.
on the Great Lakes. Let's see if anybody knows about it. I'm curious. That's pretty crazy. Shocking statistic.
I didn't know he liked to hunt.
Oh yeah, he's a hunter.
Bro, hardcore. The shit I did for ducks. Oh my god. You think I'm crazy at bass fishing? Fuck.
Duck hunting even gets you
Oh, no.
crazier.
Oh fuck.
That's federal.
We
That's
did
a
some-
federal fine. That's
we
a good ticket.
We did some fucked up shit, dude. I can't tell you how many miles we've walked and breaking through ice, and you would be in pain the next night in cramps. Just the amount of work we do to get to birds back in the day.
I know.
That's why you had the cramps last year from sea duck hunting 30 years ago.
I don't.
I lost my feet when I was in my 18 or 19 years old, so to speak. I stepped in the ice water with my boots down like a dummy.
What?
Yeah, hunted 2 hours hunted 2 hours with wet feet and walked a mile out with the decoys and
frostbite.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It took me a long time to get back where I can handle cold weather.
Holy moly!
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. I'm kind of liking it again.
You can give me any. You can give me any duck call. I don't care if it's a cheap one from Walmart or your ones you see at those sports shows. I can blow a duck call better to just right with the champion callers. I promise you.
The champion, Travis, you're making some crazy.
You can give me a duck call straight out of the Walmart freaking aisle, and I'll blow that call like you've never heard before, bro.
You would compete with the champion callers nationally.
I mean, I never have. I'm just. It's a bold statement.
I had a guy that swore he could beat Sugar Ray Leonard in boxing, and I'm like, he believed it.
I mean, winners win. That's what we do.
That's right.
If you say it, if you let it out your mouth, it can become real.
That's what they said, and then the weight fell out.
Bro, I don't know about that. I'm just saying I'm pretty good with a call. You know what I mean? When I'm duck hunting with my buddies, I'm the only one. I don't allow them to call.
And what do they think when they go home? What a dick. He's a duck dick.
What if we didn't kill a duck?
I can't even call with him. And Travis, he's no fucking fun. I'm never going duck hunt with that duck dick again.
And by the way, when I did duck hunt, I ran German short hairs, which aren't even made for duck hunting, but I trained them and they love water and they were.
Travis, you're killing me tonight, man. I can't take it anymore. If you come up with one more unbelievable claim, I'm going to have to sign off.
Oh my God, do we have?
You're the first guy to ever train German short hairs for duck hunting.
If you shoot a hen in my boat, bro, you're never duck hunting with me again.
Wait a minute. I want to get it all right.
Drakes only.
You invented
line them
duck
up.
hunting on the Great Lakes. You're the first guy on the planet to train German short hairs for duck hunting. I want to get this straight. You could take a Walmart duck call and beat the international champion. What else? Is there anything else we got? Because man, you got to keep it rolling. You are on a crazy roll tonight.
Yeah,
You a shot out of a can. You're buying 10 boats. Holy crap! I can't
and more on that later.
Yeah, what you been drinking tonight?
Yeah, more on that later. I mean, I meant to get up a while ago and fix me another one, and y'all got me where I thought I had done sobered up and walked into something I ain't supposed to see. I'm like, what is going on?
He's on a roll, man. Keep going.
I mean, SmallmouthCrush is catching salmon. He is now duck hunting. I don't know what the hell is next. I mean, we're gonna be in the Adirondacks pulling moose or something out. I don't know what's going on.
Put that duck call back in your pocket, Scooter.
Right.
You know how to call a duck. We're only shooting drakes, not hens.
Listen, I'm gonna
That's
have
a goddamn hen. Give me that gun.
Scooter.
Give me the,
I'm gonna have.
Oh, wait,
I'm gonna have guided deer hunts for monster bucks on Galoo Island next year.
Are you doing treasure hunts too?
And treasure hunts, yes.
Is that on Oak Island or Galoo?
That's Duck. That's Duck Island. That's where the treasure's buried.
On Duck Island. I thought it was on Oak Island.
I knew there was a map involved.
Wait a minute. You figured out where the treasure is too?
I have an idea.
Yeah, see? I know
How did you form this idea? What is going on with you tonight, man? Hey, did you bump your head on that cable before you caught them salmon?
No. So what happened? Well, I'm not going to go in the story, but there's treasure. I know where there's treasure buried on islands on Lake Ontario.
You're killing me. I have to leave right now. I can't take one more thing from you.
All I need is a high-end metal detector and a couple hours.
And an old duck call, and he can live for weeks off of what he kills.
Travis out there on Galoo with a Walmart duck call in a campsite with a cable and a sign sponsored by SmallmouthCrush. This treasure hunt is sponsored by SmallmouthCrush. You are rolling. You are in rare form tonight. This is anything else you want to get out tonight? Because what about alien sightings and truers? Can you do that too? What kind of boat will you need for that?
I'm gonna have a pontoon. I will be doing evening tours on the St. Lawrence River, looking at landmarks and just kind of a little bit of history. It's a boozing cruise.
I'm glad you didn't say alien tours.
Is there a meal with that? No meal.
No meals.
I thought maybe you were serving duck. I didn't know.
No. Yeah. All the old squaws you want to eat, I'll cook them up.
Have you ever eaten a squaw?
Sure.
Is it any good?
Absolutely not.
No matter how you cook it.
If you can get past the smell of cooking them,
it's that bad.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
it's like cooking a red-breasted merganser or a.
I have never eaten one of those, so I wouldn't know.
Next time I shoot merganser, Eric, I'm gonna put it in a crock pot. I'll even cook it the right way. I'm gonna marinate it and put it in a crock pot for 8 hours and then see what you think.
All right. Yeah, you throw away the duck and eat the pot.
This pot's delicious. I mean, it's
great,
a little crunchy.
Man. It's been marinating.
It's a little crunchy. Oh my gosh,
that's what you do.
Travis, you're killing me tonight.
I've cooked some of that before.
Have you really? Do you like duck, Scooter?
The tinfoil was a lot better.
Oh my God! Is there any duck you like to eat?
Sure, puddle duck divers, right, Scooter?
Puddle duck divers? That sounds so sweet.
I don't know that we've ever had any of those. I've tried a few mallards and popped some breast out of some blue wing teal, and they're pretty good. I mean,
are they good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you cook them, Scooter?
I don't. That's not my job.
All right. How was it cooked when you ate it? And you liked it?
It was like marinated in a vinaigrette type wine thing for a couple of hours in a bag, and
then grilled.
And then some of them were grilled, and some of them were cooked in the oven. Some of them seared in a frying pan. But duck, you don't cook. I know this. You don't cook it. You don't overcook it. That's for sure.
Right.
Nah, you don't.
I've had duck at restaurants, and I really like it. I don't know what kind of duck. It's probably Peking duck or Muscovy duck. I don't even know what the hell that is, but it tasted great.
It was probably dead duck.
What is a Muscovy duck? Does anybody know out there? Is that like a farm raised duck, or is it
probably a farm raised? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Really good. I mean, I like the Peking duck. I guess that's the white duck you see.
Harlequin's the best duck to eat.
Harlequin.
Yeah.
How do you like it cooked, Travis?
I'm just making a statement because you really can't shoot them here in the U.S.
Oh, you got
I was
me.
trying to be funny.
I was lost on me because I didn't know.
Gorgeous birds. Look up a harlequin. Harlequin. Probably
But
one of the prettiest ducks out there.
Do you like to eat duck, Travis?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Well, how do you like to cook it?
I like to deep cook like crock pot. So
Okay.
like
Slow and low.
canvasback. Like a canvasback is my favorite duck of all time.
Slow and low.
Yep.
Got it.
6 to 8 hours.
So you won't joking about the 6 to 8 hours in a crock pot.
No, with the duck.
Okay, well I didn't mean to.
All you do is you duck. So if we go on a diver hunt, bluebill, redhead, canvasback, those are the three main divers that I would eat. Delicious. As far as puddle ducks, teal, wood duck, mallard, black duck, pintail, all that, it fairly tastes the same. I would cook it the same way. And every duck has just a slightly different taste. A wood duck's going to taste a little bit different than a canvasback, but it's delicious. It really is. Like Eric, I want you to eat a canvasback.
Okay, I'll try it.
And canvasbacks are freaking, they're amazing birds. Like it was my dream, like growing up, like learning about duck hunting, and my dad would take me puddle duck hunting, and we would never, it took me investigating the time and figuring things out that I could go in my own backyard in big waves and, shoot these birds. Like, and here's the thing. It's just like, you have to catch the flight perfect. Like that morning when nobody's going to go out there because it's 25-mile-an-hour northwest winds, the first northwest wind in the second week in October, if you're not out in the cane beds on Lake Poygan, you're missing out, bro.
I gotcha.
So
nice.
your birds up north, they're still following the cold fronts like our birds.
That's how
you probably get a lot more birds earlier than we do. I mean, it's always the end of the season before we actually get a really good influx of anything down here. It's everybody's trying to go hunting, but it don't happen.
Scooter, what's your favorite wild game in order? Like best to worst, top. Like, do you like wild game like deer? You talking turkey, wild turkey?
I mean, I'm honestly, I've eaten plenty of it. I'm just
sure.
As far as a bird goes, probably a quail would be other than a chicken,
Sure, quail.
Probably a quail. I love quail.
That's interesting. But what about you, Travis? What's your top
elk?
Oh.
What now? What did he say?
He said elk.
Elk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
If I could just eat elk the rest of my life. So I'm an elk, bison. I guess that's not really.
No.
That's all farm raised.
Yeah.
So yeah, elk, and I like pheasant.
Okay.
Pheasant, so I don't know. That would be good. Like to try it.
Never ate a pheasant?
I haven't. I've had the elk. The elk is good. It's as close to a ribeye. It's actually. I didn't know it was elk. I thought I was having a ribeye steak, and it
really,
I couldn't tell much difference.
How about that? Where'd you eat it? At John's?
At hunting camp. At our camp.
Oh, your camp. Somebody brought some elk meat?
Somebody brought it in from a hunt.
Somebody's talking about rough grouse. Like grouse are great too.
I bet they're good. I bet they are good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Travis, where do you get your elk? At the market?
Well, my dad, when he goes out when I go home.
Right, Wisconsin. He's out there where some elk are at.
Well, my dad goes to Colorado. He'll get elk, and I'll just take some but I actually try to find some elk. And there's a shortage right now. Like you couldn't even go on the internet and buy a whole or a quarter or a half an elk right now.
Wow.
Can't find them.
People are just, keeping it for themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. Or it's just
they want to eat as much as they can before the reset.
Yeah.
Well, I know the tags, the out of town, the out of state tags I know they're hard to get your hands on.
Are they, Scooter?
Yeah, you've got to be willing to pay for it to go elk hunting.
What do you think it is for a tag?
It's
outrageous, isn't it?
I don't even want to embarrass myself by saying. I know I've heard some outrageous numbers.
Yeah.
I reckon it depends on what state and what, because a lot of the guys from out of state are going to try to go with an outfitter. So it's going to, but I've heard it costs up to $10,000 just for the tag
Wow.
from a landowner permit type thing. But
That's
I don't know.
unbelievable.
I'm not gonna put words and random stuff out there. But
Yeah.
I've just heard.
I would definitely go on an elk hunt just for the meat. I've eaten everything. I've eaten plenty of squirrels, rabbits, all that stuff. That's fine. But I haven't had anything real exotic,
Right.
I love
alligator.
Canada geese. Like, I don't mind eating Canada geese. I really don't.
Really?
Never had one of them. Yeah, never had.
I have.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. It's cool to be able to hunt and eat your own game, man.
Turkeys, wild turkeys, man. Love wild turkey.
I did too.
I
I
didn't
shot
like the
between one
first one.
turkey. You didn't? Why? How it was prepared?
It was terrible. I mean, the way we cooked it like you would your regular Thanksgiving turkey, and that is not the way to do it.
I bacon wrapped mine.
Well,
it was still dry. Trust me.
Well, the bacon probably tasted
you know.
great. Yeah.
It was dry. Nothing you could do.
Yeah. So the next time that I never had it again after that, and the next time I had it was with a bunch of my buddies. They had took the breast out and cubed it up and lightly battered it and pan fried it in just small cubes or small chunks.
Oh, that's
that
interesting.
was good.
Oh, wow.
That was good.
Oh,
I'm from North Carolina. If you fry it, we can eat it. So,
did you put ketchup or barbecue sauce on it?
No, you're gonna put a little shot of hot sauce on it.
Hot sauce?
What kind?
That would be really good.
Put a little Texas Pete, something like that.
Yeah. Did you know Texas Pete is not made in Texas?
No, it's made right here. Well, I know a bunch of guys that grow peppers for them.
Yeah, somebody's suing Texas Pete for false advertising because it's made in North Carolina. What's up with that? It's unbelievable. I know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of growers right here.
I heard sandhill cranes taste really good. I've never had one. I'd love to eat one of them.
It's about like a bald eagle. No, you can't eat, but you can't. Can you shoot a sandhill crane, or were you being joking about it?
No, in a lot of places you can. Yeah.
Really?
Right. Well, I was joking, everybody. I didn't know you could kill a sandhill crane, but I do believe somebody did say that the other day. You could tell I've been out of the bird hunting industry. I know you can't shoot a bald eagle, so I don't take that serious. But
they won't.
Ribeye of the sky.
It is
ribeye out of the sky.
That's what Blake Bell just said. It. Yeah. Yeah. Ken 02 said the same thing, man.
I like
blue heron. Is there like
blue
a
herons
limit
aren't bad.
I don't think you can. You're just doing that. He's just being crazy now, man.
He's trying to catch me.
You're not getting us on that one.
If you had nothing else to eat, I think you could eat a blue heron.
I mean, if I had nothing to eat, I might be eating beetles and grubs. I'm
fascinated with those birds. Like I'm a big bird guy. I love crows. I love ravens. I love herons.
I think my son about to die on
yeah, that salmon was about as long as me. You still got to keep trying, bro.
Okay,
I got the record on
I even love seagulls. Did you guys know that? I find seagulls fascinating.
Love to shoot or love that you're fascinated
just
with
to
them?
see them.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's a beautiful bird, man. There's a great song.
White pelicans, Scooter, you ever see a white pelican, bud?
He's in North Carolina. Of course he has.
I've seen the pelicans.
Gray or white?
I like mainly the brown, the brown and the.
You never seen a white one?
Solid white? I don't think so.
Nobody has, apparently.
Yeah.
Travis kept going, man. There they are. And it was some other flock of birds. It was like, nope.
Great albino
pelican. Yeah. And the hunt continues. Is anybody eating beaver?
No.
Sean, he just said beaver muncher. Oh, curly Q. I get the joke now. It was lost on me. Sorry.
Oh man. Anyways,
crazy.
It was fun. I'm glad we get to hear about your tournament. I'm glad I was able to get this little issue off my chest to get you everybody's opinion. I think we're half and half. I'm going to fight it. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know. And good conversation tonight, guys.
Absolutely, man. It's fun, man.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Expanding your horizons, man. That's awesome.
That's right.
Yeah.
2023, right? July.
I mean, can you believe next year this time he's going to be in full camo talking about his duck hunts?
I
It's
know.
crazy. It's so weird, man.
Yeah,
Oof.
I mean nuts.
Yeah.
I
All right.
honestly, you guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I literally sold all my duck decoys to pay for my Bassmaster Elite Series fees. Like I sold everything so I could fish the elites. Like all my duck
I mean,
decoys,
I
I
get it.
sold.
Wow.
All my
I don't blame you a
duck
bit.
hunts.
I mean, I don't blame you a bit. If I had
And I
them,
haven't
would
done it
sell them too.
since. I literally, you guys don't understand. There's 10 years of my life that it's missing. I'm still happy about it, but I was like a true backwoods freaking hunter, angler, and then I made the Elite Series and I switched over to bass. I made it, I fished for 2 years, ran out of money, and then moved to fucking Philadelphia in the middle of the city.
It was
You're
like you
not
just
in the
had
middle of the city. You're in the suburbs, bro.
You know
Stop
what
it.
I mean, bro.
No,
You're in a
anything,
townhouse with like
nah.
sidewalks and
Sidewalks and
people.
one strip of grass that I don't even get to mow anymore.
You are not in the city.
Whatever.
Because if you think
like
that's a
city.
city, you don't know what a city
Sounds like
is.
You don't
city.
know city.
You don't know
City.
what other city's like.
That's for you, Scooter. I get what you're saying. That might be city for you, but that's not the city.
That's city. Anytime there's more than 2 lanes on each side of the road, I mean,
It's a
And
city.
the
That's
lanes
right.
shouldn't be painted either. I just want a road. I don't need to
Right,
see
road.
lines going down the road.
Man, you know what? You're
Wow.
getting that energy you're getting again. You're starting to sway out of. You're out of sync all of a sudden. What happened?
No.
Yeah, what happened, bro?
It's a time capsule up here, bro.
Just
This-
stay focused
this
on the
is
energy,
how-
bro. You're vibrating off center. Stop it.
Speaking of that, guys, next week Monday we got Ned, the
Ned Katie,
the creator of the Ned rig, basically.
he will say that he cannot take credit for it, even
Yeah, that's
though
awesome.
his name is Ned and they named it after him. He's going to tell you that it was somebody else.
Perfect.
Little known fact.
We'll hear all about it next week, Monday.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to that. And then we do have our Halloween special on Monday night. I'm trying to line up some craziness. Eric, this one might be over the top for you.
Well, you know how I came in hot, and just for a cameo real quick, if it's too hot and too crazy and it's all about Conspiracy Crush, I'm not hanging.
I hear you.
I want to keep the flow good. It's been a good back end of the year, man. I don't want that negativity in my life. I'll just hang out for the fun Halloween moments. Bring that sexy cat back on, the pirate, and then do your thing, man. It's all good. It's all good. You can get your crush on, your conspiracy crush on. It's all good.
Right.
It's all good. Bass Cat needs to come back. MJ said it. Count Travula. Yes, of course. I hope so. Or are you going to do something different? We'll just have to wait and see.
I honestly have zero plans, so I doubt it.
I don't have any plans either.
I'm not
really
motivated to dress up. No.
Okay.
Maybe I'll dress up as a duck hunter.
There you go. Scooter, what would you be if you came on the Halloween special? What would you dress up as, Scooter?
Man, I really just
It's not your Halloween. When's the last time you dressed up for Halloween?
Scooter.
I mean, I feel like I'm already there. I got a little old.
Scooter, you got to dress up as something. What would you have to your someone would pay you $50,000 if you dressed up next week. What would you pick?
That's a good question. It would be something.
We need an answer.
Maybe we would take a poll. We would just go, what do you want to do? Werewolf.
Take a poll.
Like a werewolf. Yeah.
Somebody said werewolf.
1970s porn star. How about that? Let's just be there. I don't know, guys.
1970s were. Oh yeah, how about Matt Pangreg? Somebody, Juice Newton just mentioned it. He top 10'd it, man. Isn't that a good good
yeah, good for him. That's right. It sure is. He did. Yeah.
It was 9th, I think,
that
right?
Was Hartwell. Was he on Hartwell?
Is Panger going to make the elites? Somebody just asked. I don't know, Charles.
No.
No, he's not going to be it. All right.
No.
MJ said he's pretty far behind on points, but congrats on the top 10. It's pretty cool.
I did find
Matt, the college guy. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I did find Matt extremely attractive for a male on the last Halloween special. The way he dressed up as a cat.
He looked pretty sexy.
It was a sexy cat.
Sexy cat.
Like in a bad way.
Hey,
right.
By no means am I hitting on Matt. I'm just.
I got you. Yeah.
Did you say hating or hitting?
He said he wasn't hating. Yeah.
No, he said hitting.
Yeah.
I thought he said hating.
And I ain't circle jerking out there when we're out fishing. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I missed something.
I'm glad you did.
Yep, I missed that.
No.
No, what? What happened?
It's okay.
What happened, Eric?
Only Hallman has. I'm still back here, man. Juice Newton says only Hallman still has a chance at the elites.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
The comments are rolling in, Travis. You started it. just read them and enjoy it, man.
Circle jerking is the terminology we use for walleye fishing.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Well, I do.
I know what term that's used for. I didn't know it was walleye fishing.
Me neither. Somebody said, Scooter, you should go as Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Who's Ric Flair?
Woo!
That's pretty good. You got it, Scooter.
Baby.
Let me tell you something.
He was from North Carolina. You don't think I ain't seen Ric Flair in the person? Oh,
you can do it.
I knew that.
Yeah, Scooter can imitate, man. Scooter's a funny man. He has
Ric Flair.
He has one of the best wits
Ric
of
Flair,
anybody I've ever met.
The Sheik. I knew them all. Yeah, man.
No.
And that crowd fought every Saturday night down here in some high school.
There's too many.
What?
Yeah.
What you got?
Scooter should be a pirate. We have too many pirates out there. That's the easiest.
I've been a pirate. The pirate was about 2 years ago. I was a one-eye pirate out there running around the lake. One eye with a patch.
That's the truth.
Ridiculous.
So Scooter's getting ready for this is a cur tournament. Scooter's getting ready for deer camp. And so he's out there clearing stands, making things happen, right? So Scooter pops up, wakes up, man, and we're like ready to go. First day of practice, and it's a championship. And Scooter's like, man, there's something in my eye. I can't get it out. And I'm like, really? So he goes, and I go, well, go take a shower, try to wash it out. He goes back in the shower, tries to wash it out. He goes, I feel better. We get to the ramp, and he starts leaning back in his seat. Man, there's something. And he is hurting. And we get down the ramp. He goes, I can't do it. And I'm like, then there's something in your eye, bro. Like from deer camp, because he's sawing, like stuff flying, not wearing glasses. Just
scratched the heck out of it.
He had a scratched cornea. I had to take him to an eye clinic. Drove him like an hour and a half away. Yup. Yeah. They pull out the wood chips that have scratched his cornea, put an eye patch over, give him ointment drops, and so Scooter is driving around the lake with a patch on his eye. And I'm like, he can't see depth.
With my right eye.
It's his right eye. Yeah, so he's got depth perception problems. Hard. He can't wear his glasses, but he drove perfect. I didn't have to say a word. And so I did some funny stories on my Instagram video. So Saturday during the tournament, his son goes to the emergency room. He's on the phone.
Oh, the peg leg. You were talking about the peg leg.
No, I'm talking about, was it the same weekend you had the eye patch?
What's that? I missed it. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Zane at the emergency room, same weekend.
Yeah, he was in the emergency room. My daddy was in the hospital. Zane was in the hospital.
Unbelievable. He's on the phone with his wife. Are they taking him into surgery? And I'm casting it. I'm drop shotting on some stumps. I catch a 3.7. Scooter's literally talking to his wife like, I'll come right now. And Scooter, that's my fish, a 3.7. Or is it 3.4? I can't remember. I don't know, man. And then the next thing, and the next day for day 2, his dad is going to the hospital at first. Like he's almost lost his life. All in 3 days with Captain Scooter Little.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess.
But everybody was fine.
Everybody was fine.
Yep. Nobody was hurt. Turned out Zane was just dehydrated. Thank God they didn't put him in the OR. Just needed some fluids.
Just needed to drink some water.
And your dad just needed to drink some water too, apparently, or something. I can't remember.
The moral of the story is drink more water.
Drink more water.
Yep. Everyone should be drinking at least a half a gallon.
And wear protective sunglasses when you're using saws.
Yep.
I would like you to wear safety goggles because things can come in from the corner. Yeah, I know you won't do it. I want you to wear them shop glasses, man. Send me a picture.
Okay.
I don't think that's happening. I can make the request.
Not gonna happen.
No.
So Scooter, once hunting comes around, you switch, right? You're pretty much a full service.
Yeah, I was supposed to. Yeah, I was supposed to be So anyway, next week I'll be full force all the way through Christmas. We'll be guiding deer hunts down here in North Carolina. So
how much can I
it's
ask?
another
Like
change.
how many acres does it take to be able to guide every day for deer?
Well, we're running about 15 to 18 guys a week on 15,000 acres. So
15,000.
Isn't that crazy?
15,000. Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to do a giveaway tonight. I meant to do this, Travis. I want to do a giveaway at the end of the show. I want to give away these three River Rat Mad Hatter chatterbaits. You got the Freak Show color, which you guys have seen. You got an Epic June Bug. These are all half ounce, by the way. Epic June Bug, custom color. And this is with my collaboration with, and this is Chartreuse Shad Nasty. I got more. I'm giving this set. They're all half ounce, and I'll throw some stickers in. I'm at 4,999 subscribers. So the first person.
I'll like it. Hold on a minute.
How do I do it, Travis? How do I do a giveaway? I haven't done one in a while.
So what do you want people to do?
I don't know. Let me put a post up, comment and tag a friend or something.
Could we maybe save that for?
I'll do it again. It's okay. It's just 3 chatterbaits, man.
All right. So what you have to do is
I'll do 3 swim jigs next show. How's that sound?
Okay.
So people that
3 chatterbaits, all you have to do is like and share this stream and let us know in the comments that you did.
Well, wait a minute. No, I was trying to point it towards my Instagram.
Oh. So
it's all about Eric.
Wait a minute. Nice try.
So what? Eric, what you had to do is create a post on your Instagram that says on tonight's show, we're going to be blah, blah, blah giving away. Please like and share and tag 3 friends or something.
Wait a minute. It's on my story. So like and share my story. It's not good. All right. I'll make this.
Anyone who likes and shares Eric's story in the next 24 hours.
Time out. I can make it as a post. I'm sharing it as a post right now.
I mean, how many of those things are you giving away to the one person that makes you the 5,000?
Just 3, man. Just 3. I'm
5,
going to put it up right now. Down and dirty. Like and share, and then like, share, and comment, and me and Travis will pick the winner. How's that? And say something funny about the show, but not bad.
Scooter, how does one obtain 15,000 acres?
Oh, well, I mean, it probably took us at least 10 to 11 years to get to that size. And we've been doing it for 20 years. So to start with, it was hard to get much any land unless it was somebody you knew. And then because people have to earn your trust.
It's up on my post. Sorry, Scooter. Okay. It's up on my post. Okay, guys. Like, share, and comment. We'll pick a winner.
Go to Epic Eric Official.
Yes. Like, share, and comment. That's it.
Like, share, and comment, and we'll pick a winner.
Right. We'll pick a winner. Me and Travis will.
And then moving forward, we'll have a legit comeback.
I know. I just want to do it last minute.
We're not just going to. I was just trying to wrap up the show. And 2 minutes before the show ends.
I'm sorry, man. It wasn't a bad plan.
Hey, let's do a giveaway.
I know it sucked.
I'm trying to learn how to get 15,000 acres here, bud.
And through connections. Man. You got, once you get 1,000 and a couple years later, somebody will want you to ask you to rent theirs and so forth and so on. It's, when they see you're an established business and not just going to rent it for 1 year, shoot up and leave.
I got you.
So you kind of have to establish your credibility.
I guess I was naive. It's not all one parcel. It's scattered.
No, it's kind of scattered, but there's a lot. We have 3 or 4 big tracks that are 3,000 to 4,000 a piece, but it's all very close, believe it or not. I mean, it's like you can within a mile of it. There's just a few things scattered in between that we do not have control of. So but it's pretty neat. We've been doing this for 20 years. It's fun. Get the same guys year after year, and I know everybody now. Kind of like family.
Are you a big deer hunter yourself?
I used to be. I mean, I still could be, but I spend more, you know how it is. Like you said, today they didn't bite, the guys were fishing, but you won't fishing. So I'm not hunting. I haven't actually taken an animal in about 8 or 9 years.
That's crazy to be a Scooter.
I'm pretty much putting other people on it.
Hey, I know you're doing that. And the stories about Scooter before a bass fishing tournament, or what he had to do to get to the tournament, tracking deer till 1 o'clock at night, but you always find him.
It was always a mess. Yeah.
And he's the
always
first
was.
one to train. What's Brutus's breed?
I don't know about the first one. What are you talking about now?
I'm just trying to make a crazy statement like Travis was doing.
No,
He's the first one to
no.
train a rescue dog to find deer in North
That is
Carolina.
so full of crap. No, I do have a rescue dog, and he happened to be a natural. I did not train him.
You did.
I did not. I took him.
You channeled him.
Yeah. Well, I brought him out with me, and he wound up doing a great job. So
he understands.
I wound up with a heck of a companion that I was told I better not leave anywhere. If I don't bring the dog home, I don't get to come home.
And he's the best. He's better than the expensive dog that the hunting camp bought. Can we say that?
No,
I thought he was.
Not even close.
I'm saying he is.
Well, you say what you want.
The free dog beat the $5,000 dog.
I'm not. No,
every week.
Well, I mean, maybe to you cheapskate, but the thing is,
well, I'm not even a partner in the hunting operation. How can I be the cheapskate?
Yeah, because that's how your cheapskate would see it. My free dog's better than the one you paid for. No, I do have a rescue dog that is happy to be. He's happy to be with me, and he has done very well. And I'm very proud. He's
half bloodhound, right?
Yeah, I don't know what he is. He's half Rottweiler and half lab.
Well, so he's got it in him to smell.
Yeah.
Right, and retrieve.
Yeah, I didn't put a special scent up his nose, and he took off doing it, or have a long talk with him the night before we went out.
All right, so I'm at Scooter. I roll into Scooter's deer camp
when he found his first one.
I roll into Scooter's deer camp before a tournament, and here comes Brutus walking across the yard, right outside where they're cleaning deer. I do not want to go into where they're cleaning deer.
Why is that?
I'm just not into it. Anyway, there's lots of new scents for me to take in, and I'm just trying to soak it all in.
Here comes boy, man.
Yeah, true. Did I ever say I was a country boy? No. Did I ever try to? I'm not a poser. I am who I am, right? I try to be real. Anyway, so here comes Brutus with a deer leg in his mouth. I'm like,
I mean, that's what he does.
That's what you do, man.
I mean, just a few minutes earlier, I was walking around with one. I mean,
chew toy.
Yeah,
yeah. It just tripped me out. It's pretty funny. I'm like, this is a horror scene, man. I got a dog with a deer leg, and things happening over in the shed. I don't really want to go hang out with, but I did. And then I opened the freezer, the walk-in. I don't know. There's like 60 deer skulls in there, man. It's like, I mean, it's kind of just a little bit to take in, not used to it, man. There's some scents going on, like odors, and just you adjust to it,
Yeah,
adjust to it.
It's
and they're cleaning up the floor. It is a slaughterhouse. They are butchering deers for their clients.
That's where we butcher deer. Yeah,
I got it, man.
How many deer do you shoot in a day?
It all depends on weather and stuff, but I mean, right. I can tell you on a weekly basis, it's anywhere from 25 to about 30 some deer on a normal week.
Yeah, in a season it averages what, Scooter?
250 to 350, depending on how good they shoot.
Yeah, I mean, Scooter's being modest, but I mean, I think it's the top deer hunting operation in Eastern Carolina.
It may be. I haven't looked, but I mean, it's probably one of the largest.
Well,
that's if it's one of the best. I don't know.
That's
for the North Carolina. I mean, we're not a trophy.
Right.
We're not a trophy area, so you'll kill a 120. You'll kill some 120s, and then you'll kill a few 130s, and then you'll kill a handful of 140s every year. But anything over that, pretty much is. I'm not saying it's non-existent, but pretty much with us, I mean, it's not. We got some guys that come in for trophy hunting, and they do very well every year.
Yeah,
but you have to be willing not to pull the trigger, to kill one of those deer.
Fair.
Yeah, you have to be willing. I
will tell you, man. Scooter
Most people come down looking for a cooler full of meat.
Yeah.
And really great conversation and a lot of laughs because you are a very funny man. I will tell you that, man. People want to come back
and hang out with a lot of people. I get to hang out with a lot. I'm very fortunate.
You are an entertainer, my friend, and a world-class guy.
I love doing what I do.
That's all I'm going to say.
It's fun.
All right. Great way to wrap this up. We're 2.5 hours into this. Scooter, thanks for hanging out this long.
Yeah, man. I can't believe it. I thought it was going to be 30 minutes, man. It's awesome.
Oh, thank
yeah.
you. I'm probably gonna pay for it in the morning, but we'll
Right,
be good.
right.
Well, I hope y'all have a good night. My phone's getting ready to cancel me off.
I
All
hear
right,
you.
Scooter. Thanks, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate it,
thanks for
man.
having me. Appreciate
Congratulations, man. I'm lucky to fish with you, my brother.
it. There you go. You guys hang in there. I don't know how
All
y'all
right,
be up
guys.
till midnight.
And as
Later.
always, until next time, we'll see you on the water.